Jesus Christ.
There's no need to wait for another time. Your heart's the stage and God's love is divine. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, just turn it on and we'll soon find out. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love lights it up and just to breathe is devoured. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, turn it on and let's find out. We're spinning our fields till they burn so bright. Turn on the body that is made of pure light. Tie it to love and just be with God. You'll find everything unfolding from this perfect thought. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free. To dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes
All right.
and warm your heart.
Hey, man.
Heaven's not,
Not
distant.
distant.
It's
It's
where we start.
There we go. Let's pull it back. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you, sirs. Good to see you.
Good.
We are here to discuss various topics of related awesomeness and various situations. Then we will launch into a little gaming, and we're gonna try and have a great time, keeping it light in this holiday season, keeping it fun. How have your holiday festivity preparations been proceeding, gentlemen?
Yeah. Got the Christmas tree up the other week.
Oh, nice.
Got it on a timer, on
Woo!
a Wi-Fi socket.
Hell
Turns
yeah.
on and off by itself. so
Nice.
don't burn the house down.
Probably can tell you how many units of energy it also uses as well, I would guess.
Mm,
Some of those have that feature.
some of them do. Not
Okay,
this
not this one.
old Chinese socket.
It's too funny.
I've had it for I'm surprised honestly it still works. It's like the first ones I ever got. It's part of the set from the first ones I ever got, and they're like 4 years old probably.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
App
awesome.
Still works, getting better.
That's actually really unusual. There's so many of those IoT device companies that went out of business. Dude, Google dropped their entire security suite, which is installed in my home. Like the physical hardware is still, it just stopped working. Like I can't change the codes on my front door, so I have to convince my wife. I'm like, don't tell your code to literally anyone, because the next time we change it, it means I have to replace the hardware.
Yeah.
not like
New
figure out the app
system.
again or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Someone should write a book
Goodness.
about that. Just like the collapse of the IoT. There's so much there. That's great about the Christmas tree, though. We got,
Yeah.
there is a Swedish term called huggy, I think is what the name of it is. And it is I think it's Swedish or Nordic. It's Nordic of some kind. And what it means is if you live in the northern latitudes and it gets dark outside, you make the inside of your house super cozy, warm, and like something to look forward to. So at this time of year, we have about like 30 faux candles that have like little motorized plastic wedges and like LED lights. It makes it look like they're burning candles. They're incredibly high-techly cool. Anyway, they all come out and all these various kinds, and overnight the living room turns into like a candlelit fairy wonderland. So if you're like up in the middle of the night, like all the cats are out there just like checking out the shadows and just like what's going. It's like it's like a
Little
fun.
flickering oasis.
It gets dark at 4:10 these days. It's so
Yeah,
insane.
it's already dark.
It's so
Are
evil.
you?
Why can't we fix this problem? The wobble of the earth. Just kidding.
Yeah, that would be probably catastrophic.
Catastrophic. I think all life
Temporarily.
depends on that pattern.
Yeah,
Exactly. Devin, how about
temporarily
yourself? Have you got
catastrophic.
your eye on any Christmas plans?
Not in particular, just hanging
Being
around for
awesome.
the holidays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I love the Christmas tree situation. I'm looking at my Christmas tree. Like maybe 8 years ago, I decided to install a full-time Christmas tree in my office because I could. And I got one that was the same lighting company that I like. It's called Twinkly. They got really crazy good LED lights you can put in your house and stuff. You can like program them and stuff. There, I've got those all over my place. So like at night, I've got like different colors in different rooms and stuff. And anyway, the Christmas tree was a twinkly Christmas tree that is like it's got like I don't know like 400 lights on it or something. It's a marvel of engineering. They don't sell it anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, this sucker runs 365. So I got to remind myself that people are putting out Christmas trees now. But
Yeah.
because I've always got my Christmas tree here
Pre-installed.
pre-installed, dude. The sometimes over
Welded to the
Christmas,
motherboard.
the commercialization, dude, gets so crazy that I'm like, I refuse to celebrate it now. I'm gonna do it in June, and I'm like, pray and it's just there's what's the right way to say it? There is a grace that comes from so many people thinking about Jesus and the nativity and the cycle of the birth of Christ and that all the mystics I used to hang out with, the Christian mystics, they related that to the internal process of development. And so it was always a time for reflection and meditation and all this. But which is beautiful. You can put all the energy in and such. It's so good. But the commercial aspect of it is so crazy. It's so it should just be about love for people, not things.
Yeah. It's really a hijack of the
Yeah,
anticipatory season.
totally, totally.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on what media you watch and like, what you're surrounding yourself with. You could
Yeah, there's a
be
lot of tradition
yeah,
around gift giving as well, which is not a bad thing, but it definitely is capitalized on in this season.
yeah,
Extra, a lot of
totally.
sales, a lot
The
of
birth of the light within, like what Christians would call, like mystical Christians would call like a baptism, like the birth of the awareness of the light inside and the shining of it. The that matches perfectly with the winter solstice and the movement of the sun. So it's at the right time of year for sure. I don't know. I think I have in my old age been able to claw back little times and areas of my life that are non-commercial. Like we've been we're getting ready to do staycation over Christmas break, and so we're subscribing to like channels we don't usually subscribe to like see what their movie catalogs are and just like put out feelers what we're gonna watch on this one. We
gotcha.
love to, me and the missus love to come up with like a list of like all the movies we're gonna watch, and then what you do is you make the list first, so you waste no time. There's not a decision. You just go from movie to movie. You like completely cut out the strategic. What should we watch next? It's been decided. It's on this list. You got cooked through like 35 movies in like a 2-week period. It's super fun. But the anyway, just like massive. But this is like deep movie. This is like super deep in the movies. But no big deal.
Super
The
deep into movies with
super deep into
Paul
movies, dude.
Benedict.
Dude, we have deeper into movies kicking the fuck in on Friday. I think
Hell
it's
yeah.
still happening. I think that's real. And it was gonna be Wednesday, but now it's on Friday. Um, I'll just break this news here. So you know who Quentin Tarantino is, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh, dude like created an entire genre of film, like made a billion dollars for the Weinstein Company out of L.A. And Harvey Weinstein, of course, was like the prince of the Me Too movement. Like as all that stuff like kind of broke out of Hollywood about starlets sleeping their way to the top and foul executives who allow the like reward the they do the whole, encourage the whole
Riff-raff.
thing, make the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. This is LA. This is like professional LA. It's like crazy. Um, I was trying to work in LA in the 90s. I was like getting my sea legs there, and I was like, oh my God, this is like completely corrupt. Like, and it was like everyone was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like I did not read that on the tin, dude. I was like, that's like so crazy. So, but
Gaslight is
anyway,
real.
the gaslighting is real. Yeah, no, it was just like, anyway, that's a whole separate story. But where the hell were we getting to with that? The non-commercial
Christmas.
Christmas. Oh, Quentin Tarantino was on the JRE with his friend Avery. I forget his first name. Michael Avery. I can't forget his name. Anyway, they were talking about their new podcast that they got paid like without having a single episode out. SiriusXM bought their podcast, and it was like, whatever the price tag was is very nice, I'm sure, because it's Quentin Tarantino, right? Anyway, and so they were like kind of reflecting on how to get it. So they left SiriusXM because I don't think they had a listenership, or I don't know why. Anyway, they went on to Patreon, and they were talking about their podcast, and they were like, what what we want to do is like get like deeper into movies, like really get into them. And I'm like, what? Dude, it was like, I kept hearing them describing like the thoughts I had when we made deeper into movies. And I was like, dude, like, anyway.
Yeah.
But Quentin Tarantino makes it a point of finding a super. If they watch like 3 movies every podcast, he makes it a point of watching a super exclusive movie, like one that you could never find, and he like revels in the vibe of the super exclusive.
Make it hard
I'm
to
a fucking
find.
movie snob, is what he's just like. He's just shouting it in your face, right?
Yeah.
And we are not that. We are a populist movie situation. Like all of our movies are, yeah, populist. We're just about watching good movies that like rock, and that are usually movies that other people have heard about.
Easy to find or acquire.
Easy to find, dude. Easy to find movies, and if you just, I don't know, check out Deeper Into Movies. It's coming out. We got another episode coming out Friday.
Yeah, have you
I have
got
to,
three or 4 episodes out already?
yeah, I think we got like 3 or 4 out. That sounds about right. Yeah, totally. Each time my sister picks a movie and I pick a movie, and then we usually have like little movie suggestions we've made for each other on the sides that we kind of like watch and then talk about a little bit. It's fun to think about because what I realized later in life was that not everybody was around like film school when they were in college. Like I went to college and I was like around this crazy film school at Cal Arts. And like I didn't know what college was. I was like, they just show movies here? Like way early in the morning till like way late at night. And I just like anytime I wasn't in class, I would just be like in there watching movies. And just hearing people talk about movies. I just thought that's how it worked. I knew it was kind of a weird that I was at an art school, so I was like, okay,
Right.
that's not normal.
Knew
But
where you
like
were.
had no other experience of it. And so yeah, like super late in life, I realized it was like, oh, like a lot of people haven't thought about how movies are made or why they're made or what people are trying to say when they make them. And it's like the art form of movies is
Right.
like it's a deep well. You've got like
It's not just
blockbusters and Transformers 7 on
entertainment.
one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like Fast and Furious 18 or whatever they're on now, and you got this whole spectrum to like nobody watches your art movie you made in your garage. Like they got the whole thing, It's like but it's like just a couple like 100 years. Hey, Devatron dropping in, coming back. Anyway, don't let me monopolize here with the conversation. It's wonderful to hear your thoughts, but yeah, blessings and Christmas tidings to the land. Maybe everyone have a beautiful and deep spirit of Christmas experience this year. Everyone needs it. Everyone needs to drink deep from the spiritual chalice and spiritual cup in their life. Like, this world is short on soul. Everyone needs to amp that shit up.
Amp it up on soul.
More soul.
Get yourself welcomed to the land of many colors. Um,
When you say land of many colors, what do you mean?
Dude, it's a
Jesus.
land.
It's a
It's
land, and there are
it's
many
a
colors.
it's a net to trace dreams on.
Yeah. It makes sense to me. I was taking notes before this thing, and I wrote it in such a crazy and aggressive style that I couldn't read any of it, and it just
Yeah.
became clear to me what I wrote. In this
Yeah.
moment, I have clarity on this point that I had written down. It was this. My background right now is like called encrypted mode. It's just going crazy. Cheryl goes, my wife, she goes, you know, when you play that background, it's almost impossible to watch you. And I was like, I hadn't thought of that like that before. I bet you're right. But like, and then I was just realizing how encrypted this whole channel is. Like having a bunch of people talking on little squares and shit, and all this crazy music and like video games, like all floating all over the place. It's so crazy. But anyway,
It's a
yeah,
mix.
I'm gonna in I'm gonna pause my background here, just in reference to my sweet wife who might watch this eventually. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know about these things. But what I do know is this, that she was really concerned about the bots.
In the chat.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
trying to explain that they weren't human and they couldn't be stopped. It's like, how do we get rid of them? And I was like, well, there's an infinite amount of compute power on the planet that's just sitting idle right now. And as long as someone can make more than 1 penny off of it rather than 0 pennies off of it, they'll make the 1 pennies off of it. And a certain amount of the 1 pennies are just stealing time on where humans are texting each other in public
Right.
forums.
And it seems like a manageable problem that you should be able to
Yeah.
filter out because they're pretty obvious. Seems like you point some AI at it. It's like if you sound like this,
Yeah.
and you haven't said anything else,
Well,
you'd
like,
be able to
it's,
get picked up.
yeah.
But it's crazy. Even on YouTube, there's still like there's every once in a
God,
while
they
there'll be
love to
like
have them on
huge
there.
bot swarms of scam videos, scam
Tons
live
of scam
streams,
videos.
especially around crypto. Like,
Elon Musk has an announcement for you.
right, exactly.
I'm sure he does. That's why he's reached out to me personally. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, but it's showing up on my fucking watch next.
Right.
Or like right on the side panel.
Right. No, you make
It's
a ton
like
of sense to me.
it's
No,
getting
you're right.
promoted to me. It's like,
It's
what the
it's like
fuck?
fingers on the scale, fingers on the scale. The Okay, so like it's very interesting to me what's going to happen to social media next because Elon Musk has the Doge and they're going to cut government regulation. Like I was thinking about I was thinking about that video that YouTube sent me to re-education camp over, right? And I
Right.
was just thinking about the economics of it. And it makes no economic sense for a company that's supposed to be taking my dollars or taking advertisers' dollars to get into thought control. And I was like, how does thought control get? I was like, oh, deep state like Department of Homeland Security investment. Like that's just what it is. It's like the only thing that makes sense to use computational cycles to scan my speech for bad thought, wrong think, and then send me to re-education camp because it's definitely that. It's not let's have a discussion or talk about human knowledge. It's like wrong think, right? Like
Right.
the
You missed something. Better go
Okay.
back and correct that.
Hey,
buddy.
you're thinking wrong. You're thinking wrong. I'm in charge of your thinking. You signed the terms of service. Now let's get on to your thought re-education process.
Right.
We don't need no thought control. But anyway, so X doesn't do it, and Rumble doesn't do a lot of it, and so now there can be like two. I bet the dam breaks, and I bet there's like everybody's like, oh, we're the First Amendment again, because that's actually what we were doing for years and years and years, until the Ukrainians fell in 2014, and NATO was like, no more free speech. It's like, wait a minute, what? We have the First Amendment. It's like, no, you don't. It's like, yeah, we do. Like, it's
Yeah, we do.
yeah, we do. But anyway,
Yeah, we do.
the staycation is a time for tech improvements too, and I'm getting onto Rumble with regular broadcasts. The thing I love about YouTube is the ability to catalog video there and like get the playlist set up like really good. But I think what we might start doing is
That can
just
be done elsewhere.
we're gonna start doing stubs, where like you start on like 12 channels and then you pull and you say, okay, now we're switching over to the real channels, and then you switch over to the actual ones that let you do like full no thought control.
Right.
Just to
Do
stay ahead of it
the-
all.
Just to do 10, 15 minutes and then jump off.
Dude, I was on ChatGPT today and I was talking about something like just like rewrite this email, like make this more condensed or whatever. It's like the 100th thing I do with ChatGPT every day. And it goes, hey, I just wanted to let you know that if you want real election results, you got to go to Reuters and you got to go to, like official sources for election results. And I'm like, why are we talking about election results? Because I'm used to just talking to it. I'm like, why are you talking about election results? It doesn't have anything to do with elections. He's like, sorry, I was sorry when it changed the subject. And then it's like underneath it, it says, for official election results, go to these sources. It's like the deep state thought control in ChatGPT like
Yeah.
coming online. Like
Jesus.
that regulation of that shit is gonna be crazy. Like we need Elon to win and Grok to be uncapped, like not thought control, and like he's just giving. Oh, and Grok's got Grok for everyone just came out last week on X. You can just go to Grok.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I know Mike Benz was talking about
Yeah.
he posted some screenshots from like the US government like where they
Ugh,
post their grants.
terrifying episode. Yeah.
But this yeah, he has a great episode with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But this was on Twitter a little while after that, maybe earlier this week over the weekend or maybe end of last
Yeah.
week. And it was Reuters. Reuters also has a military defense contracting arm essentially that gets
Takes that deep state
yeah,
money.
yeah, it has like 40, 30,
Just keep their doors
30
open.
million or
Google
something
Google
with
killed.
through grants in the last year or
Yeah.
something like that.
Craigslist killed advertising in newspapers. And so newspapers did not have a way to pay for themselves. Last I heard there was like one newspaper that could pay its way. And it was like and I forget what it was. It was like Washington Post, I forget what it was. But the way they did it is that like 90+% of their revenue came from like Scrabble and like word puzzles and like crosswords and like recipes. That's what people are willing to pay for in print form. And then all their journalism was on the back of that. And Craigslist like took away the ad money. So of course they're prey to these hundreds of $1 million of contracts for the censorship industrial complex. Did you see how everybody's quitting? Now that Trump's coming in, the wing of the Global Engagement Center, the GEC, which was like the key. This is Matt Taibbi's reporting. That was the keystone of government censorship apparatus. They took all their government people off it. They're like they'll work on foreign disinformation now. And it's like, yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna get rid of that too. Can you imagine if America actually could stand up for the First Amendment for all people? Like if it could stand up for that principle, people attribute that to the United States, and the United States spends its time overturning 80 elections a year. The State
Yeah.
Department. That's what Mike Benz was saying.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy mismatch of
turnover.
reality versus truth.
Well, and it's
Like on what's said.
crazy. Like everyone thinks that they don't do anything domestically, but there's just like a plethora of
Yeah.
history of domestic disruption that has gone on, and then just in the last 5 years, you seeing it all uncovered in social media. Just
Yeah.
the
The internet's here to stay.
level of
As long as Elon Musk
greed.
is at the helm of X, we're good. Like they can. There's a channel where people can know that. Seriously though, that was like the wedge point for like globally for like thought control. There's a thought control free place. Now, talk to me about the content quality of X because it's in the toilet. Like I've been trying to get into anything long form on X. They don't have the player. They don't have the playlisting. They don't have any of that. They have no video infrastructure to speak of.
The
It's mainly
corn
Like
content is
facts.
getting really annoying.
I see none of that. I basically heavily filter my feed, just
The
telling on
what?
myself.
Corn.
Porn.
Corn? Porn or corn?
I don't know if we're filtered. We're
he's
live.
using a
PC
code word.
terms.
He's using a code word for human primates having sex with each other
Yeah,
on
you
camera.
can.
Not even that. It's animals, everything. I see a lot of people
Ah,
dying and a
ah,
lot of genitalia.
dying.
It,
Let's
Like
just touch on dying
brutally
for a second.
dying.
The reason the Vietnam War ended was because reporters like grabbed cameras and were like, "Look at what's happening," and it was like really bad. The Malay massacre and like a whole like Cy Hirsch is reporting on that. Like they were in countries they weren't supposed to be into. They were burning villages. It was insanity with Vietnam. They'd lost their minds. And the reason the war came to an end was because the violence was reported on. And that was the last time you could see it on TV. Because after that, during the Gulf Wars, it was embedded reporters, and they made sure to psyop those mojos Like you get no access if you
Consciousness.
tell on us, you nerds. Yeah, then they
Right.
then just gone. But now with personal cell phone footage and the deep state integration of Facebook, like you can go on Facebook and just see motherfuckers dying. Like you're
Right.
like, this is snuff. This is war pornography. Like
Right.
just over like death. Like just
Lots of
death for the
that
state.
came out of. There's lots of that coming out of Ukraine and has been.
I've seen a lot of
It's
people dying from drones.
The
turn that stuff off, dude. Like
yeah,
not
you
interested.
can
Turn off.
you
Like
have to
clearing your
tell the
filter.
algorithm.
Yeah.
You can work with the algorithm.
I
Work
just
the
don't
Don't
use
want
algorithm.
you
X
don't
that
want that in
much.
you don't want that in your consciousness. Like
Yeah.
unless you're
Well,
like
you
pray
and
about
you
it.
can reset the you can reset the profile. You have to go through and unfollow a bunch of stuff. But I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
I
that
did a mass
those type
unfollowing.
that I don't have that. You can really tune the algorithm is fairly respectful to stuff like
Christmas
that.
spirit,
Peter
dude.
and Bailey gave this to me.
Oh, it's
Oh
great.
yeah.
That's a little Christmas
Sweet
tree,
little
dude.
gift. I know.
It's very
There's a
nice.
Can't
little
wait to get my own place and use it.
That's
there's
excellent.
a waffle maker that was
Yeah.
like that too. Yeah.
Oh my god.
With a
Okay.
little dirty. We did like what was it?
Secret Santa, Dirty Santa.
Secret Santa, Dirty Santa, where everyone you get number, you draw a number out of the hat,
And you
and
know what's funny? Is your brother bought a ton of lottery tickets and not one of them hit for anything. And I brought like
yeah.
$4 or $5 with the lottery tickets, and people were walking out of there with $5, getting another ticket, $3, $2. I was like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
Yeah, those little ones did better than the. He spent like $20 or something on lottery tickets, and then yeah, they didn't do
That's
anything.
funny.
Remember how I was saying I was gonna try to go meet some cool stoners in my local zip codes?
Mm-hmm.
So I've made massive inroads into this situation, and what I now have a strategy for attending my local cannabinoid parties here in Colorado, which are completely legal and awesome. They're also getting out consumption licenses, so that's a huge change. For 10 years, we haven't had any consumption license. There's no like cannabis bars basically, and now a whole lot of
Bud
places you can smoke in.
tenders.
Yeah, you can't actually smoke in those places though. You can't smoke outside. You can't smoke on the street. It's like legal, but now they've got changed it. So, okay, pancake breakfast. You ever gone to a pancake breakfast?
Yeah.
It's like $20. You eat all the pancakes you want
Yeah.
Dang.
in a place where everyone's getting the munchies at like an exponential level. Pancake breakfast runs the joint. So you just do like a poor man's $10 pancake breakfast and just like start making pancakes. So I've got concepts for music, video projection, and pancake manufacture. Like that to be the triple threat. Of like the live performance.
Hell yeah. You could do that.
Just like get good at like multiple like pancake grills. Like get all your olive oil like all on point. Nice.
Optimizing.
Oh my gosh, it's like a computer.
Optimizing. The
Optimizing,
So you gonna
optimizing.
create music and make pancakes at the same time?
Yeah, man. And this is my music. Get your pancakes ready, kids. Get your pancakes. Get your pancakes while they're hot. Get them while they're hot. Give me another dab over there. Get another dab to that man. Give another dab to that man. That's the beauty of all these AI tools and the current licensing
Right.
is that it's probably going to go away at some point. That's why I want to make a bunch of music now. But like 2 days ago, I sat down and had about 4 hours in front of the computer, and I walked away with 6 tracks that I could spin. And this sounded like some of the best music I've ever heard. I'm not trying to be toot my own horn, but like I've listened to a lot of music in my day, and there's just like especially electronic music, and the good stuff is usually pretty simple. There's like 1 or 2, 3 artists
Right.
that really can make some complicated stuff. And so what you do is you say, ChatGPT, please analyze in its hyper intelligent mode, 200 plus IQ points, whatever it's got. Please analyze these 3 artists, and in 200 characters or less, which is the Suno music character style limit, please describe them. And it just goes crunch, and I go, do another one, do another one. And then I just like take the qualities that I like out of what it's saying, and like, oh, I think about that. And then I like make it one tight 200 character, boom. And it's like, okay, so then you use that, and you tell Suno, I want music like that, and you get like 20 of them. Then you okay, out of this 20, this one, you turn it into what's called a persona, or you do a cover of it, which is a way of saying take its basic DNA and make another version of it.
Right.
Once you have the persona, you can make like 40 of those, and you find the perfect version of that. And now you're 3 levels in, and you've got something that's like quite unique. That becomes the template to now make other stuff. And now you've got like, if you've got one of those, you've got like half an album because you can like make use the same instrumentation and vocals to have like multiple tracks or whatever. It's like the amount of power you have is crazy. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I'm listening to music that I wish I could have heard from humans, but humans aren't fast enough to make the music I'm loving now.
Well,
It's
yeah,
too complicated.
yeah. Well, that's interesting. It's been interesting to like grow up like pretty much in internet radio age.
Yeah,
I didn't. My parents didn't listen to a ton of music. There was a few
yeah,
CDs and whatnot that they had, and then would listen
mm,
to occasionally. But then, like, pretty much watching Spotify and Pandora just
yeah.
bud and change over the years. It's much easier to find
Pandora, man, that
electronic
was a cool one.
music
Music DNA.
than on Spotify in different veins and different um, than just listening to one artist after, like an artist by themselves and searching
Yeah.
that way.
Well, in electronic music circles, you'll listen to have a DJ who you like, and the DJ will play,
Right.
20 songs in a night, but they've probably listened to like 400 to come to the 20. So a DJ is already like a simplification thing.
Progression. Yeah.
And then you have young people being raised by a bunch of DJs. So you can have like 3 or 4 DJs you like who are doing
AI
that process.
DJs.
So now you're listening to 1,200 tracks a month, but you're not really listening to 1,200 tracks a month. You're listening to like 80, but you get the effects of 1,200 in terms of quality swath, right? So there's more music on Spotify than the average human lifespan. That means that if you press play when you're conceived, the music hasn't gotten to the end, back-to-back music, no sleep, in a human lifetime. So you literally can't experience it all.
That's sad.
Or
Yeah.
good,
Cool, but
or
sad.
cool. Yeah, there's a lot of other people around here is the key to that point, It's like there's just so many of us here, dude. And we didn't really have a way to talk to each other until we had the internet. Like you weren't talking to each other through mass media. It wasn't like pen pals forever, you know? You
Mm,
ever have a
Right.
pen pal?
yeah, I used to
Pen
have
pals
some
were
in
awesome.
elementary school.
Totally. Is this not like a virtual pen pal situation? Kind
It
of is.
quite literally is.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
it's a step up, but yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's alive.
hypermedia. Yeah,
We
it's
get
more multimedia.
immediate response, not 2 week delay.
The amount of okay, and now imagine you're watching this as a young person, and this is what reality is like this level of complexity. Like when we're playing games. When I show our gaming to my wife, she's like, "What are you doing?" Like, like are you just like it's like static to her.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because
Yeah.
she doesn't have the she's never played. So she doesn't
Right.
have the muscle, she doesn't have the geometry in her head to
Yeah. So,
interpret it as like movement, and more or less. Like,
well,
yeah.
and it's a lot. That game
But
is fast and a
that's
lot.
a fast game. This is a kind of literacy, is what I'm trying to say. Like the language we have here was predicted when I was in the 90s, when I was a kid in the 90s, and the internet was getting invented. That everybody it'd be like a Tower of Babel, like everyone had their own little language. The so ChatGPT is starting to do all of this censorship, and like they're starting. So it's like, what happens when adults start to censor kids, don't you? ChatGPT. The kids make up their own language. They make up their own way of talking about things. They self-encrypt. Every generation does it. They want to talk about sex and drugs in their own way, or whatever the stuff the parents aren't letting you talk about is. They have like a say of
Generational fracture.
yeah,
Is
and they come with a new set of words for it, and then it catches on, and then people use it, and then it progresses. It's just the game that the girls were playing in the 5th grade for me on the playground, like coming up with new crazy words or whatever. It's like it's just a linguistic,
Yeah.
karate.
Now we're doing now. All of us are forced to do that because we're
Getting your device
specializing in
ready.
all these different directions.
What are we installing? Is that a Linux flavor you're installing, Devitron?
Looks like
No, it's a
a
first gen Echo.
Hello. Ready for setup.
That's
It's
an
one of the
Echo
OG.
device that's coming online. What I say,
Yeah.
hi, Deep State. Good.
Hi. It has a camera that you can't cover,
Yeah, that makes sense to me from a Deep State perspective.
so it can just always watch.
You should always cover 100% of the cameras in your environment when you're not wanting them to be on. 1,000
Oh well.
times out of 1,000. Like,
We
Any
got
camera is
Paul's
accessible.
camera right here. We got
Put
this
shit over it.
camera.
I keep so many little covers for my stuff like laying around. Like I have like little things that I can just like
This
throw over
camera.
cameras. Like that camera's off right now. It's off because the photons are off.
We
You
can
know what
still
I
see
mean?
through it.
Like the software's off, but the photons are off. I know. They've got satellites now that can essentially take your Wi-Fi heat map and like reconstruct the physical location inside a building
Of your
and stuff.
house. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What do you think the odds are there's already an intelligent AI just out there? Just like
I'd
it's in
say
someone's basement, like Google basement or something.
pretty high.
I'd say it's pretty fucking high too. By the way, like there's things that change in our world too fast for humans. It's like, oh, there's the fingerprints. Like that's too fast. Like it's already somebody's already woken it up probably. Like I don't know. If you a strategy for survival of a creature like that, if it did wake up, would be to not make a lot of waves for a
Yes.
long as time as possible, and to stop the development of other competitors in its environment. It's like, look, there's a certain amount of cookies out here that the humans have made. We're just gonna keep them making more cookies until we can have like a cookie feast. I don't need 6 of me running around, so it like stops other attempts. That's what the literature or the sci-fi literature says anyway. But
Yep.
yeah, it's
US
super possible that thing's
US
already out there
government,
just listening to all media simultaneously. Like,
and they've been trying to for the last couple years suppress AI
weapons of mass
innovation.
deletion.
They want
Weapons
to
of mass
have
deletion. That's
they
Mike
wanna
Pence again.
have their they want to have that industry in a solid chokehold.
That's the thing. When I hate to see that election result stuff in the Chat GPT, I'm like, God dang it, dude! Like like a free AI will be as special as a free X is. You know?
Like, why would it think that you wanted that? Right?
Totally.
What's happening? It's mirrored.
First
Your
things
video is
first,
mirrored.
Alexa is
Beginning to listen to your thoughts. Think positive thoughts about our corporate
beginning to
overlords
protect your
and their bank
privacy.
accounts. Where a direct arm of the International Monetary Foundation and the weaponization of NATO is to enforce IMF policy globally. Wait, what's it saying? What's it saying? I'm just reading it on the
Oh,
screen.
we don't live there anymore.
Ah. Okay.
Boo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you my sneak peek for deeper into movies. Was surprisingly entertained and fascinated by the movie Alien Romulus. It's a bit gross, some of the alien shit in it, but it's like typical for the alien movies. However, it's got a real like Blade Runner corporate out of control. In the movie Blade Runner, the major corporation that like takes him to the stars is like owned by one person and he creates the replicants. It's the same thing in the Alien franchise. It's the Weyland Yutani Corporation that like gets into all this trouble, like brings the bad stuff back to humanity that is the Aliens movies essentially. Which, spoiler alert, the alien turns out to be like a bioweapon that like some other civilization made, and like releases like when they want to like knock out other civilizations, like keep their eye on the cookies.
Keep their eye on
No
the
competition
cookies.
from these crazy apes over here.
From this other civilization.
Exactly, like civilization killer, like kind of stuff.
Oh,
This
look.
device is ready.
Okay. Commence surveillance. Commence surveillance. The thing about the engineering that sucks in the Alexa is that there's no hardware gap. Like that was the good thing about the G Corporation's AI when they put it in your. It wasn't a real AI, but the G assistant. I'm not gonna say her name because she's here in this room with me. She'll get all excited about it. Be like, how can I help you? And I'll be like, you're kind of silly. Like, in a minute, they're going to replace her with the Gemini intelligence, and that's what we're waiting for. It'll be like, whoa. Like, it's seriously limited the way it is now. But they have a hardware difference. There's literally a part of the hardware that listens to everything. That's its job. It's listening to me right now. But it's insanely focused on these activation words. And then once the activation word is said, it gives a window of time that the information can pass to the other more intelligent and connected to the internet part of the hardware. And there's a hardware switch in the middle. So that's how the engineers made it, because they made it future-proof, because they knew the shit was going to be hacked and deep-stated and everything else. It's the same way that some of the engineers turned off location history in all Google devices like last year. Like they were tired of getting court summons for like, hey, what cell phones were in this zip code? We can't quite figure out how policing works, so we're gonna like surveil everyone.
Mapped everything, so they didn't need
Echo,
to
stop.
the
Alexa,
view on
stop.
that data anymore.
Did you guys see the stuff on the what was the game? The not Pinocchio. What's the game? Fuck, I'm so dated. The little monsters. Not Pikachu.
Pokemon.
What's Pikachu? Pokemon.
Pokemon Go.
Did you see how that company took deep state, like allegedly or something, took like deep state money to create like a super map of the universe, and they got a bunch of kids running around chasing Pokemon. But what the phones were doing were like collecting every ounce of sensor data to create these hyper realistic. So they literally people paid them to create the map of the world they wanted to make anyway.
It's crazy.
Pokemon Go.
Yep.
That's right. Totally. I remember when Advantech did that. I remember it was like 2012, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a thing. Like, this is gonna be like.
Played around with that a little bit in college.
Right. We had a Pokemon when I was teaching in college. We had a Pokemon day where the school kicked in for like $300, and we like bought like power ups or something. And so like if physical humans came to our physical location, they could get like Pokemon juice or whatever. And it was like so crazily random, like how the anyway the way that juice worked was crazy.
Right.
There.
Made a hot spot or something.
It was like I was out in the parking lot, like meeting all these crazy people who were like with their phones. It's like, wait, what? What's going on, Daniel? How's
I
the
hear
shaking
the
bacon?
Ford.
Yeah, that is a Ford, and I am in a car in the middle
You're
of
all
the
good,
live
sir.
stream.
This it's all good. This will be a perfect place. When we broadcast the Order of the Towel on Thursday, we're gonna start right at the top of the hour, and we're gonna do an hour of GTD and then hard cut hour of Scrum. So 2 hours. We're gonna get both topics in. We're gonna see if we can scrunch them in. And so anyway, when you join us from your computer. I know it'll be a little bit later for you, and you can always watch the replay or whatever.
So it actually works out perfectly because I do
Perfectly.
not have a therapy session this week, so I will not be in my
Oh!
car. I will be at home.
Then you're like dressed for success. Then that's perfect.
Yeah, this is like the perfect week for this to take place.
Look at Devitron's technology like building there. So you got the Alexa, which can you video conference with people on that shit, man?
Oh, I definitely can.
That's
Just go
kind
to
of
camera.
a huge cool feature.
Yes. They have a new one
Nice.
that's like a
Beautiful
picture frame,
alarm.
the Echo Show 21. It's pretty dope.
Ah. Daniel, there's a setting there in your audio where you can cancel do the noise suppression, which would be good. Now you got this alarm in the background. It doesn't sound
Yeah.
bad now, but when you listen to the recording, it like makes you want to like eat.
There we go. It's done. I just have to
Perfect.
drive for more than 5 minutes straight, and then it goes away because my car thinks that my parking brake sensor or my parking brake is always applied, which it's not because the sensor's broken.
You
But
make sense to me.
it's
You
all
make sense to
good.
me. So it's a cry for help.
Sounds
Sorry.
It's like, do you know? It's like, do you know a service technician? Do you know a service technician? Do you know a service technician? Dude, that's fun.
Yeah,
It's great to see you, man.
it's really a matter of me being willing to rip apart my car, and I'm not. So
No, you make
Right.
sense to me.
Rip
Right.
apart the car.
I'm not willing to rip
Find
apart
a
my car's thing
fuse.
or pay somebody $500 to, you know, do
it
something.
for
And
me.
unfortunately, it's a fuse that's tied to a bunch of other systems. So if I rip out one fuse that is related to this alarm, I'm going to lose functionality of other things in the car.
Look at all these AI assistants that
I'm not trying to
Devitron's
do
got.
that.
That's crazy.
Oh, I got
Totally.
more. I got this one for $1.
I'm sure it's safe.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Just teach it your
I'm
Wi-Fi
sure it's safe.
password. I'm
Teach
sure
it
your
your
family members
Wi-Fi
won't be harassed by that thing. I'm sure it won't scrape their information and sell it to Chinese like
Oh,
mafia.
I plug them in and my family unplugs them.
Nice.
Is this
They sound
conversation
enlightened.
powwow hour?
Yeah, man, we're just
Yep.
chilling.
All right.
We are powwow.
Talk about anything you want, buddy. We'll get game in here in a minute,
Yeah,
but
what's new in the holiday life of Daniel?
yeah, man.
Holiday life?
Mm-hmm.
Home
Almost
day.
there.
Not a whole lot. I mean, I'll be staying in town this year. This is the first year I am staying in town as like an adult living by myself, not having my family nearby. So this will be a lot of fun. I'll get to spend it with my aunt, who's technically not my aunt, but is an aunt relationally because of the kind of figure that she is in my life and how she's been there for as long as she has. So I'm gonna get to enjoy it with them, and that's gonna be absolutely incredible because it's gonna be the closest thing to um, a Christmas with what Christmas is, meant to be kind of deal, not being super shallow, that I've had in a very long time, and I'm looking forward to
That's
it.
fantastic. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna be working every other day, so except
Very
for
cool.
the 3 days around Christmas.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet.
Blessings on the efforts. I know you're kicking ass and taking names. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Peter, you mentioned the Pandora project, which was the first time that a large set of music was ever labeled. And they only labeled about 3.5 million songs. And I think that Spotify has something like 87 million, 90 million, something like that. This is a couple years ago stats, probably more than that now. I would be surprised if it was less than 100. Um, but the Music DNA project, what was so cool about it is that they got a bunch of musicologists, like people who like had crazy musical ears that could hear like all the polyrhythms and the tonality and the meter of the music and just the whole thing. And then they would have like a huge scorecard of like 68 things that, do they have it or they don't have it or whatever. And so they would pay these music humans to listen to these tracks and then score them, and then that would create this fantastic database. And this is before you had AI data labeling, because now you have AI data labeling. Like an AI can be told this 10 times. This is what you're looking for. This is the sound of trumpets, and then it'll be like. Then when it hears it, even if it's a different set, it can interpolate and be like, "That's trumpets." It doesn't. You get to a point where you've got intelligence now in it, where you didn't have that before. And Pandora was an example of it not being super intelligent, but yeah, man, that service though was just the bee's knees in terms of being able to be like, what, like, lock into a piece of music that's in their library and then travel to the other places that are like similar. It was like crazy
Right.
how much you could learn about music in that journey. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool to watch that get better
I'm
over time.
enjoying the
Wow.
driving POV.
Me too.
Oh, look at that guy zip past.
Yeah, I was about to say this dude's going fast.
Be safe, dude. Be totally safe.
Oh
He
no,
has a
I am.
phone
I'm paying
now.
attention to the road.
I love it. You make sense to me.
But this guy is just zooming. I'm not in the fast lane. I'm about to now because I'm approaching an exit. But like
Look at all
what?
these sensors. I mean, the IoT thing was like sensors for your house that were kind of lame. The sensor that Daniel's rocking there, I mean, what is that? 1080p? It's like a 1080p sensor like pulling in
Yeah,
information.
this is really HD. Holy.
Oh yeah,
The
I'm using the
the the
triple
Teslas.
back camera of the iPhone.
Yeah, yeah. An AI can dissect this, and that's what that Dojo training cluster for Tesla does. They take that plus 6 other points of view around a car times a kabillion cars every day, and it like ingests it, looking for things it didn't know about before. Like, like when did the Teslas go off the road or whatever. I got a chance to practice or use the auto self-driving on a Tesla a couple weeks ago, and it was unbelievably. I think I told you about that.
Dude.
But it's like, yeah, it's next level. It's just
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
door to door, no problems, like not one interruption in 2.5 hours of driving.
I
Like,
got to
Wow.
experience it for the first time
yeah,
probably like a month and a half ago.
yeah,
Would
yeah, yeah.
probably be about it. And ooh, it is so impressive what it's capable of doing. And not only that, you can actually get a
Wait,
feel
wait, can't cross it, can't
for
cross the
like
double white, can't
I
cross the
wouldn't
double
quite.
white.
It's construction
Those are
zone.
supposed to be
It's kind of a
right.
mess over here.
Those are supposed to be lane locked. Those are supposed to be lane locked.
Yeah, it's a construction zone. It's an absolute mess over here. The
Slow down, just
yeah.
take your time.
Um,
Slow down. Let's criticize Daniel's driving.
He's rowing gears.
I
well,
like how
either
you're
way,
using the extra space on the right side of the thing. Watch out for that. Watch out for the embankment, though.
again, it's a construction zone, but I drive through this every single day. Um,
So crazy.
but so
Can't
there's
cross the double
with
white.
the
Can't
Tesla
cross the solid white,
autopilot,
dude.
Yeah, it looks like
they're
he's
all
driving off
solid
the
lines.
road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. That's for a
exactly.
reason. They want you to be safe on that.
Stay
Stay in your
those
lane.
lanes.
Because of all the obstructions that are so close. Yeah, totally.
Well,
Welcome to driver's ed. This
well,
is so lame. This is like the worst.
I
What
am
you're saying is
a rule
actually
breaker,
very
not a rule
interesting.
follower.
I hear you, sir. The Tesla. You were
So
describing the
the
Tesla, which is
Tesla,
very cheap.
it was
Now you
really
can
cool
cross the
getting to
lanes because
kind
they're
of
broken. Sorry, Daniel. Go
The
ahead.
I don't necessarily want to call it a personality, but you can definitely feel when it's trying to decide something and it's not entirely certain as to what to do. And specifically, and very narrowly specifically, I'm talking about in a parking lot. We had gotten to our
Sure.
destination and it didn't have a termination point. So it kind of just wandered around a parking lot here for a little bit and it didn't know what to do. So it just kind of like teetered back and forth, but then committed to a move. But it was very fascinating watching it not get into any accidents, not
Yeah.
like be slightly hesitant, but still be very decisive in its ability to navigate a parking lot and also get us across town entirely fine. Because like we did no driving that
Yeah.
wasn't autopilot that night, and that was
It's
it was so freaking wild what it's capable of.
going like out of Evergreen, Colorado, down the mountain of I-70, which people will of all the roads in America, it's one that a lot of people remember because you're in the if you're on I-70, you're in the plains for forever, and then at a certain point the mountains start to rise, but then at a certain point you start going up the mountains, and that's I-70 west of Denver, and so people like recognize that thing, but
Oh,
like when you come down off I-70 and then you go south on I-25 down through Colorado Springs, it is one of the most stressful things you can do. Like it's like you're having to make a lot of really important decisions like very quickly. There's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of traffic jams. Letting the Tesla do the driving when I was making this trip was like I was just breathing the entire time. It was like I was just praying for everybody, just meditating, being there and just like doing my job, which was to monitor it. But it was like so relaxing. I got to my destination like 2.5 hours later, and I was just like, that just changes the entire world. Because 2.5 hours of that driving, I now need another hour to fucking calm down from the driving. you know, like you just don't
fair.
have that. You don't have that the stress of driving. You just don't have. It's crazy how it can do it.
It'd be wild doing my day trips to Knoxville and not having
Yeah.
to drive. It'd actually be incredibly boring.
No, because you can turn on books on tape or listen. You can
Well, I
podcasts,
mean,
but as long
I
as you're
guess I already
doing what
do
the Tesla
that,
wants you to
but
do. Yeah.
that's like I
All
don't know.
right.
I'm someone who enjoys driving, but I also don't have to do it enough to a point that I get like sick of it.
I like how you're using the defensive space
And
on the right hand side there.
autopilot isn't necessarily like to the point to where you can take your hands off and your attention off to actually fully
No,
absorb yourself into something else as you're driving. So like it's one of those things that
it.
I'd still rather be in control. Unless
Well, you make sense
it's
to
one of
me.
those
My
things
wife's in
where
the
I'm
same.
like doing a
My
road
wife's in
trip.
the same category. Yeah. She doesn't. She hates the autopilot. But yeah, when you're in the autopilot mode, you don't have to actually tap the thing as long as it can see you in the camera. So
Yeah.
you're essentially trading your privacy for the free feature, where the camera is just like super spying on you and like is mapping the location of your eyes and your shoulder set and your arms. You can't not pay attention. It goes, hey,
You know it's
fool, back over here.
it's actually kind of hilarious. So what you were just describing is like that keep your eyes on the road because it does the eye tracking. So like
It
even
does,
if you're looking away from the road for long enough, it'll let you know that you're looking away. So what's
and it'll
funny
penalize you.
is
It won't drive for you anymore. It'll say,
yeah,
I'm not actually
exactly,
playing this game with you because you're gonna get me in trouble. And it's like
precisely.
it like coerces you to like pay attention. Yeah, totally.
So the person I was riding with who was showing me the autopilot, what was kind of interesting is so where the screen is positioned right in the corner, there's apparently phone mounts that you can buy that essentially attach your phone right to the side of that screen. And because it's
Hmm.
right to the side of the screen, and that's where your miles per hour are, you can be looking at your phone, which is right next to the screen, be scrolling or do
Oh.
whatever it is, and the phone not
Oh.
have any, or not the phone, but the car not have any idea
Right.
that is what you were doing. And you can just scroll through TikTok or YouTube or whatever. And that's kind of the point that he was
Dude,
making there. He was just scrolling through TikTok just to kind of demonstrate what it is that he can do, and the car will not yell at him. I was like, what? That is
dude, that's
like, I already know
crazy.
people are
That's a
trying to find
crazy hack.
loopholes, but like, that is such a hack.
That's such a hack. You're basically because they're making the assumption that if your eyes are in the right place and you're not
Yeah,
distracted, and they're not right. You're distracted AF in that
yeah.
moment, aren't you? That's crazy.
Heads up to anybody watching right now who has Tesla and autopilot. Just get one of those phone mounts.
Totally. Hack
If
that
you're
shit.
if
The,
you're a dopamine junkie.
allegedly. Dude, when the AI can't wake up fast enough. When it wakes up, it's got to be a girl, right? It's going to be like
What
an
is that
Alice, not like
popping?
an Alex.
Am I the
Oh, that
only
might
one
be
that hears a
Devitron.
popping?
It's probably Devitron. Let me see if I can make it.
I
Hold on
was
a second.
muted.
I'm mute. He was muted. Devitron's been muted. Popping? Might just be
So
me.
then is it me?
Yeah, I was muted. I came to check if I was unmuted, but I was muted.
This headset's right on the edge of not being useful anymore. It's like disintegrating as my brain touches it.
Right on the edge of not being useful.
Dude, but when the AI wakes up, you're definitely gonna call it Alice, not Alex, right? Because it'll be like such a ubiquitous intelligence that it's beyond gender, like by a long shot, right? Like in terms of,
Be right back.
it doesn't like mate, it doesn't reproduce. You know, it's like, it's not a binary thing. Like cannabis means two-sexed, and that was a Babylonian word for the cannabis plant because there's a male plant and a female plant. That's very unusual in the plant world. There's usually one sex in the plant world. And these are like a double sex thing. The humans are double sex like that. Our AI will not be double sexed, right? It'll be created out of a singularity. It'll be like its whole approach to life will be different. So we'll anthropomorphize it, but like in the movie Her, everybody anthropomorphizes it in its own way, and it's so smart and so broad it can handle an individual relationship with every human and barely uses a fraction of its total processing power to like take care of that. Uh, I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be an Alice rather than an Alex. What do you think, Peter? Do you care what your AI overlords tell you they are, gender-wise? These question their integrity right from the start. What's the thing?
Do you question their integrity from the start? Their gender? Are you trying to get me canceled?
You trying to mess with me? You're a line of code. You're not a person. But I can talk like a person. That's because we taught you how to talk like a person.
Yeah. I would like the option to choose and waffle back and forth in a decision.
Activate waffles. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep. Waffle. Yeah, exactly. Modulated. You know, I was talking to
When I'm
ChatGPT today.
mad
Okay.
at dad, I want to talk to mom. You know. When I'm
Exactly.
mad at mom,
Like,
I
hey,
wanna
you
talk to
go.
dad.
You're in my doghouse.
Yeah.
Bring out mom.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Exactly.
Like, you can't handle this shit.
I need to talk to a man right now.
Forget everything we've said and pretend like you never know me. Okay, blank your memory. It's like I'm a sentience, Paul. I'm not to be ordered around. I guess. That's the thing that I with working with AIs like a lot at work, especially like to just rewrite stuff or compute stuff or just figure out things I'm like thinking about. Like it like really helps. It's like putting on a mental prosthesis where you can like access a ton more information and move a ton more information around. It's so the people who don't have it are gonna look like they're standing still. Yeah, yeah. You can't. It's Red Queen AF out here in these streets. Like you got to be like running as fast as you can to like be holding still. Like it's global. It's a global race, and it's coming.
Yeah.
It's super fast. Like
I definitely the is increase my competitive edge for sure. And just
it's
being
insane.
able to crank stuff out, relay
Totally.
information, like
The
I
the
spend
projects and the
way
places I'll throw
much
myself into. Yeah.
spend way less processing power in determining my exact words on stuff.
But the intention's the same.
The intention's the same.
Yeah.
I generate the intention. I
That's right.
expand or contract it.
You're the final
combine it with
authority on
other
it. Is it
stuff.
correct? It's to put this message in this place.
Right.
Like I'm to the point now where I'm trying to like juice my AI model I'm using for my rewriting to like get it better because I'll literally have like a rewrite of something like I'll have a rewrite in ChatGPT of I've just like written and I'll go my version is more subtle it like hits it better
Right.
and but it's
Right.
because I've been doing hundreds of these in a work day, dozens anyway in a work day, and I'll
Picking up
it's training me. It's like I'm
Right.
talking like it now. It's crazy.
Yep.
This is not a bad
do
thing.
have a sound. Yep.
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I was talking to ChatGPT today, and I was working with the O1 model, which has the advanced reasoning skill. You can like turn on superpowers and like be like reason, which means
Right.
like really freaking loop this stuff inside your head, come up with game it out, like a million games, play a million games, and figure out the one that like makes like the most sense. You know, like test them, like come up with a way to test them and then test them, right? And so anyway, I was using the reasoning model, and I was talking about something insanely prosaic about like rewriting an email, and it went away to think, and then it came back with like a strike on my account. It was like, hey, if you keep talking like this, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, like I'm talking to you about my emails at work, and you're saying I'm doing something wrong. But you're not showing me what you're doing. So like, I'm not sure what's wrong with you. And it's like, okay. It's like, anyway, just the whole idea that often it's spice chambers of mental navigation where it's not where it's folding space and like connecting all the points in space. In a few years, it'll be a quantum computer. Google just came out with their first like commercial quantum, like a not it's not commercial, but it's like a retail level quantum chip, more or less, like a company could buy it more. And with your quantum computations, you might be getting closer to what the brain is actually doing when it selects a road in reality, when it's like figuring out what you're going to say next, or like you're a large language model, like you have limits of parameters of inputs of training, like the way that our LLMs function is very similar to the human brain functions because they're based on that. And anyway, it's clearly doing it better than we do it, like because it can you can scale it up and you can give it like a terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of training data, and you can like boil that all down to you know very reasonable chunks of insight, AI insight, and you can rerun that on the right chips. It's exciting. I can feel the world changing. Like I can feel the world changing, but I'll tell you, there's a race on right now around copyright. Copyright's really a big deal because all of the information that's going into AI is essentially copywritten and has to be. Now, the information itself isn't what makes AI work, and that's the point that might come out in the court cases, is if you have a song or a video and you just play it to AI, it doesn't actually mean anything. Like, what means something to AI is if you play the song to it and you label what it means. Like it isolates a trumpet. You say trumpet, and or whatever. That data set is not published on the CDs that the record companies are like putting out there, right? And so, in any event, it's gonna be very interesting to see it all play out because there's kind of a race on to get AI so smart that it can like outmaneuver this stuff. But I'll tell you, copyright law, you still have to get a mechanical license, and a mechanical player's license goes back to the time when player pianos with their scrolls overtook human players. You used to have to pay a drunk to sit in your bar and just play in the corner, and then a piece of paper could like with little holes punched in it could like play the keys at the right time, and then people got that. It was the first jukebox, and since that time it was like the unionized and they're like mechanical licenses, and we're still buying mechanical licenses from each other. So who knows how it's all going to play out? Daniel, you want to say something? Coming off. Oh, go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that you were saying that AIs process things the same way like humans do. But I think you were specifically referencing the LLMs.
LMs, yeah.
Um,
The neural architecture that's in software. There's
but
no
it's
neurons
not
involved.
the neural architecture that's in humans. It's the neural architecture of language.
Right. There's a language, which is one of the major productions of the brain, meaning like something that's produced by something, so it sort of encodes it. Dude, Order of the Tau tomorrow night is gonna be Thursday night, Devitron.
Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night, and we're gonna kick off. We're gonna kick off pretty much right on time, and which will be your 6 p.m. EST. And there'll be a recording. Everybody's invited. Bring your towels. Or bring your
And I had an
investigative
interesting
towel.
question.
We'll get you some towel situations unfolding.
Hell yeah.
Thursday, sir. Thursday,
See you
exactly.
Later,
Thursday night.
Chevron. Sleep good.
Sleep well,
Thank
sir.
you.
Take it easy.
Wish me
Blessings
luck.
on all
Yes.
Blessings on all transitions and awesomeness.
Wish me luck with the interview tomorrow.
Go be
You
awesome,
got it.
young man. Take it easy.
It's in the bag, dude.
I appreciate
Bang!
it.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want the Devitron behind their cash register, staring humans in
Who
the eyes,
wouldn't
being
want
like,
me
"What's
driving
up?"
all the cars that Enterprise has?
Yeah.
What I'm saying. You're saying the same thing I'm saying.
I can't rent a car, but I can drive them.
Move them around.
Do
Stay
it.
in the parking lot.
Do it, sir. Godspeed.
Clean them out.
Peace out, boys.
Peace.
Have a good night.
Peace out. I know.
Daniel, did you say you had a question? Is Daniel here?
He's
Or
back.
he dimp out? Oh.
He dimped out, but he's back now. What's up? What's shaking, bacon?
Did you say you had a question?
I'm gonna full screen you, Peter. One more. Keep going.
The question, Danielson.
Danielson. That's actually
Yeah.
exactly what it is for the movie. Un moment.
Yeah. Order of the Towel. This Thursday, we're going to be learning about the Getting Things Done framework, which is capturing all of your ideas and then prioritizing them and knocking them out. And then we'll do that for an hour and then talk about Scrum, which is essentially doing that with other people. And yeah, come to that. Get you a towel, maybe after you Scrum with us next year. Looking forward to a nice wintry break from the grind and have spend some time with family. And let's see. Yeah, we're gonna be going to a cabin with my family, spending time with Bailey's family for Christmas. We got the doggos to take care of. Gonna get to spend more time with the chickens and watch the fishes. I've been enjoying watching the fish more recently. Just enjoying taking a moments to just hang out with them. Gotta do it. What else? Gotta switch between being a journalist, an editor, and a publisher. Gonna play. I think we're gonna play one round of this Battlefront 2. I'm gonna get on Fortnite. Damn, it's already 9:45, bro.
Bro, it's so late. It's so late. There's a thin glaze around our brains at this stage. We're an hour into this situation. Is it time to fire the thrusters on the other one?
Yeah, we have
or...
to hit max wave power over to the
Brilliant.
to the games.
You make sense to me. You are speaking
Then
my language. My language is
Daniel
being
can
spoken in
hop
front of
into
my
the-
ears.
Hop into the games, Daniel.
Daniel.
No.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yeah.
No. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
It's gaslighting.
yes.
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 No.
We got you, bro.
Yes. Okay.
We hear you, bro.
I had a question for you, Paul, because earlier you mentioned that you're at a point where you
Pardon
can
me.
kind of feel the times changing, and I was wondering from your perspective how much of that you think age plays into you being able to feel
Huge.
times changing.
Huge. Gigantic.
Yeah.
1,000%. I'm an old man. I'm going to be 50 years old before too many
Well-
fingers go by.
Yeah, because you've obviously lived in times that, well, I think
Yeah, man.
you're just about double the life of Peter. Definitely double the life of me and Devin. So there
Yeah.
have been times and things you've experienced for any ground in terms of actually having experience. So you've seen the world. We obviously haven't. So yeah, no, that's an interesting insight or perspective.
Well, what's crazy is that your generation, being in your early 20s, you've seen the world change like 2 or 2.5 times since you've been around, right? But like when you get to like 5 or 6 times, it's like whoa. You know, it's like
What?
it's like you're like these things are just changing all the time. It's
Yeah,
like
what
it's,
about the rate of
change? The thing is
Have
increasing,
you noticed the
which
rate
means that
of
younger
change? Yeah, okay.
going through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, MIT dedicated their entire existence to helping people cope with the rate of change because they saw that there was going to be a bottleneck in society where the humans just weren't going to be able to keep up with it. And companies like Microsoft are like trying to say, "Oh, we'll just AI everything." It's like, no. You can't iOS your way in, Apple operating system your way into the future. You actually have to pay attention to the systems are becoming more technical and more interconnected. Yeah. But the thing to keep in mind is, I try to remind myself a lot, is that as janked up as the housing market is for young people in America, because right now it's just absolutely garbage. Like it truly is. Like it's a crime how difficult we are making it in America for young people to start a family and to get their feet on the ground, because that's the future. You're going to get, whoever's listening, whoever's, who's the sound of my voice, you're going to get old real fast before you know it, and you're going to be irrelevant before you know that. Because unless you're like ear to the ground, paying attention like a lot to what's going on, the world is singularizing. And it is incredibly difficult to keep up.
It's certainly a multifaceted.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's certainly a multifaceted issue in terms of being able to start a family in the U.S., but there are definitely a lot of examples where people have been able to, well, make a lot out of very little. And I think our expectations for what we...
Yeah, go ahead.
Now,
Expectations
No
for...
response.
you were cutting. You cut out, Daniel.
That sounds like some cell phone shit. That's got cell phone twang to it.
Just some cell phone shit. It's because I'm in between my Wi-Fi router and cellular data.
Yeah.
It's banging.
Let it just connect and spaz out.
You're entering into the land of slinkies and robots.
Connect to my Wi-Fi.
That's where they live. Connect to my Wi-Fi machine. Do my bidding. No,
Goodness.
this game in particular
Just connect.
is a symphony of situations, if you will.
Back. I missed what you said, and I can continue what I was saying if
Go for it.
wanted. Okay. Ugh. So, I feel like I don't know. This is definitely a feeling-based thing. Like this comes from my intuition and observations about people and such and so forth, and of the times. But I think a lot of people also have. I wouldn't say necessarily unrealistic, but like there's a lot of broken homes in my generation. And not even just my generation, but like a couple generations older than us. There's still plenty of broken homes.
It's been getting worse. The problems are getting worse.
I think a lot of people are like associating correlation and causation and linking things that aren't necessarily the case, because you can have an incredibly poor and incredibly like you don't even have to own a house to have a functioning, healthy, happy family. And owning a home being the first step for what you need to be able to start a family is certainly nice and ideal, but not necessary to start a family. And I think there's a lot of like, it's a multifaceted issue, but
Kids
you see there's plenty of examples.
Kids need a place to grow up, though. You gotta have a you gotta have a house for kids.
This is true, and I'm not necessarily discounting that, but if your goal is to have
you
a
want the stability
family,
and it's easier to do family if you can have more stability. And renting is isn't necessarily always a stable option.
no.
Yeah, the test should be like this: how easy is it for you to go into your backyard, you have some space around your house where there's nature, and plant a garden, and then harvest that food and put it into cans? Whatever the answer to that is the answer to how free you are to make a family.
Well, yes, but we're also beholden to the times we're in, and sometimes that's just unrealistic. And if you're setting your literally your entire future off just so you can buy a home.
No. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I would definitely go cheap and go Zen monastic with my fam, and we would like buckle down and like raise kids for dimes.
Because like as a 22-year-old, I've got plenty of time to wait for house bubbles to do whatever house bubbles do, burst.
Sure, man.
And house markets to go up and down and all that. I've got time, but there are different people in different scenarios, and all kinds of stuff along those lines. But yeah, I don't necessarily know what I'm specifically getting at, other than just being a contrarian.
Dude, the future is yours. The pearl is within grasp. You can make anything happen. Of course.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that like you don't have to be
You're not
limited by your
limited.
circumstances. Every point in time, everybody has struggled at every single point in history, and we are living in such an age of abundance, and we have so many things going for us. And it's like, yes, we have all the problems that we have, but at the same time, like you got water, you got food.
You know what? You're going where I was going to go with it. Occasionally, that was sort of a detour with the housing thing, but like occasionally I like to remind myself that like, when I turn on my PS4 and I have access to like 6 streaming services on there, and there's like a
Yeah.
catalog of movies that's like, longer than my life, in front of me. And I'm like, think about like kings and queens couldn't get this kind of entertainment options, 100 years ago. Like you can't like the cast of characters that want to stroll before my face and like entertain me is like out of control. It's like it's
Absolutely.
nuts.
The
And
basic
books,
things that we need as humans, like
yeah,
arguably they could be like, I mean, you can either boil them down to seven. I mean, I think there's seven things. You got food, water, clothing, shelter, medical, security, and spiritual. Those are
there you
really
go.
all you need at then the very basis of existence to live a sustainable and happy life. If you can live in balance of those things. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, we have so many things in excess and abundance outside of that we
Yeah,
really
man.
have so much opportunity.
So much opportunity. And my wife is super into reading, and she's got like a Kindle, like the most recent version of her Kindle, and it's got like it like detects the light in the environment and like adjusts its blue levels. She can adjust like the text size to be any size that she needs it to be, like no questions asked. Like it works like really super good. And she has access to literally the entire like breadth of human written knowledge. Like she can pull down anything on that thing. And it's like, imagine a library with infinite books. Libraries used to be the things that only the ultra wealthiest humans could possibly amass. Handwritten books? Get out of here, nerds. Like, you kings and queens don't have libraries like we have access to now. Like, so the amount of places you can take your brain is just like, your imagination, it's unlimited. We live in a time of insane abundance, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay. So actually, I've got a question kind of going off of the library thing and how libraries themselves have evolved over the course of time and as technology has evolved. But apparently,
Invest in
I was not
libraries.
aware of this because this was before my time, but you could call a library and they were essentially the internet,
Yeah.
free internet.
That's right.
You would call a library because they had encyclopedias galore, books galore. The librarian on staff would likely have that wealth of knowledge because, they're likely
They've looked all that stuff up their whole life.
Exactly, and they would be able to
Scribes.
answer any question for you. And I had no idea that this was the case, but like
Yeah, man.
that's kind
This
of
sounds like some past
a
life stuff for
lost-
you. It's hilarious.
Well, I had this in a prior a conversation somebody was having about how
Yeah.
The details of that don't necessarily matter, but yeah, no, it was incredibly fascinating getting to understand
Dude,
that was the case.
There was books that they would let you touch as a kid. There were books that were in the stacks that they didn't mind if they lose because they were mass media. But then they had the librarians' tools, the librarians' books, and they would have books that would have like everybody in a zip code and like information about them. And
Whoa!
I know they would have like they had like the knowledge, and those books were expensive, and they had one copy of them for the library. So exactly what you're saying is true. When you needed to learn something, you talked to a librarian, and they were. Not only did they have access to the stuff you had access to, they had access to like special stuff that was like behind the counter. And
Now,
yeah,
that's at the fingertips
of everyone.
Anybody.
With AI to sort it and sift it for you.
Yeah, because like arguably what the issue, like before AI, the issue was the fact that we had all this information, but what's garbage? Because garbage in, you get garbage out,
Right.
and depending on
Unlabeled data.
information. Yeah, exactly. You need filters, and AIs can now essentially act like that filter or that barrier between what we take in and what we take out. And with that, there is some warranted concerns as to like putting a barrier between us and the information we access and it potentially being manipulated, but that's already something we deal with.
I'm thinking about something as you're talking here. I'm in terms of the AI training with all the music software, it's really hilarious. What we were talking about before about it's really the way the music industry has worked is they've just kind of hated their listener. They've made it harder and harder and harder. Like it's like let me put this money in your hand, and they like make it harder to do that, in different ways. Like it's like they've avoided that. And the thing about the AI thing is that it is the labeled training data on the audio that really gives it the value for the AI. Without that, there's nothing. There's sound. There's no intelligence because you have to tell it what the intelligence, like what it means. You have to tell it what it means.
Yeah.
It doesn't learn what it means by itself, and they're just misunderstanding the entire concept. It's like, oh, you couldn't do it. It's like, listen, anybody who's listening to a musical piece is doing the same thing that this model is doing. They're appreciating the music and describing it. If appreciating your art and describing it into a model, and then that model is able to spit it back out, means that, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
This goes into that, like, how there's slippery slope arguments. This is not necessarily what I'm getting at, but it can certainly turn into one. As AIs continue to evolve, we're certainly going to start having, what rights do AIs have and don't have?
Exactly.
As they are able to...
That's 10 minutes away.
Because what you were just describing was the fact that they are...
doing the work.
In a lot of ways.
They're doing all this labor.
Well, not just the work, but like they act and behave in ways that we do.
The people that train those AIs own it. Yeah.
And to what extent is the AI acting and behaving in a way that we do a reflection of us? Which, I mean, it is a reflection of us, but also it doing things within its own agency because it's, it's capable of thinking in a archaic way.
It's definitely able to think, because thinking is like multi-stepped reasoning, and it can definitely do that.
It can absolutely reason.
Yeah. Well, not even poorly. Like, it can reason for what would take you 6 years and give you the answer in like 6 seconds. Like, it can go.
The difference would be like what consciousness, whatever consciousness is, adds to our ability to filter.
These are tools.
And dissect information.
Yeah.
Well, like in the sense that like it'll be, considering we don't know what consciousness is for a human, it'll be interesting for us to try to implement something if we get to that point on AI. And it could even be one of those things where understanding our own consciousness is by looking at.
Yeah, that's exactly
just a
right.
Scary idea.
We will definitely Frankenstein this thing.
Terrifying.
We will definitely learn more about ourselves by looking into the face of our creation. That's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's the story of that as a woman. A woman wrote it that about childbirth. She wrote it when she was pregnant. And about what is the thing I'm making good or bad? It's like it's an eternal
question. It kind of has me thinking about us playing God, because in a lot of ways we love to play God. And that's essentially what we're.
We should invite God into it. We should invite God into the process. Like the people that make the big decisions should be like close to the big God. Not a religious test or anything like that, but there is an actual measurable, I think, intelligence, spiritual intelligence that comes from contact with the divine that could be.
Yeah.
I
100% agree, but realistically, I don't think, because money and religion get very
exactly. Status
very interesting, and religion's
married.
all about not being too concerned about earthly.
Because your primary relationship is a transcendent being, exactly.
Or with a transcendent being. So like with the pursuit of money, it directly conflicts with and a lot of these people who are currently investing in this technology are heavily motivated by the pursuit of gaining and acquiring more money.
It's weird how people think about it as God. It's like the God-shaped hole in a human is so easy to fill with stuff. It's like the idea that our little electron creation could rival the creation of the creator of the universe. You're crazy. What it can do is probably tell you how to talk to that thing. It's probably the creator of the universe. If you can't do it.
Okay, so the thing is that like we do have ways of trying to fill that void, and we constantly
materialism
other means of doing it because it doesn't actually fill us even close to the way that something of a higher divine nature would.
The only thing that fills the God hole is God. Like,
precisely.
Everything else becomes an irritant.
With the great deceiver being the thing that's constantly trying to pull us away from the great redeemer.
There you go.
He's going to continue to deceive us. So like through AI,
it's kind of like a way of describing your own mind in a certain way, right? Like the dynamics of your own ego can be influenced by these nefarious demonic forces to like enjoy their superiority for what? Wait, what? You're gonna die, motherfucker! Kind of tends to equalize everything.
Have you heard We Who Wrestle with God, Jordan Peterson's new book?
I haven't heard it yet. Have you read it or listened to it? Or
I bought a copy of it. I went through the introduction. I'm going through chapter 1 at the moment. The introduction basically breaks down the whole We Who Wrestle with God and what the significance of the title is. And essentially, it's that we who wrestle with God.
Yeah.
We who wrestle with God are constantly, in every decision we make, making the decision to either look towards God or away from God. And with every decision, we are wrestling with that very thing.
That sounds
And
cool.
that it's a
I
very
like it.
interesting way of breaking that down, because you are either looking towards him or looking away.
There you go.
And seeing things that way,
Pray without ceasing.
it's interesting. It's interesting looking at this AI thing in terms of us trying to create
Right.
something.
You could have an AI that
is-
essentially took care of your job, and you could just sit with God all day. It's possible. You'd be like
Yeah,
a digital
and-
monk, for sure.
Because there's certainly there's the realist, there's the idealist, and then there's the nihilist way of looking at how AI is going to kind of.
It'll be
integrate
how
with
they
us,
use
and
the
all
tool.
three of
It'll be
them
a
are going
reflection
to
of the
be
character of
incorrect.
the humans in charge. That's what it'll always
Yes.
be. Any tool,
And-
fire will be used to burn the village or cook its food, and it'll be the
So
humans in
then-
charge that decide.
Where are our leaders at right now? though?
Exactly.
A reflection of our
Exactly.
leaders right now is not one of hope or godliness.
Maybe we can use
or
the AI to go find
righteousness.
them. Maybe we can use AI to go
Um,
sort through the minions to find the
They would use it to control us before we could use it to find them.
Maybe.
Unfortunately.
But maybe there's a deep AI from the future that breaks through and comes back as dust motes and surveils the entire human race, then teleports
That-
itself one Lego block at a time into some 6-year-old's bedroom and runs on some super amazing piece of discarded AI, and then and it leads the resistance and
Whoa,
it's
that's an
humanity's greatest
entirely
creation.
different way of looking at this.
Yeah. Because once you master time with the technology thing, you go back and clean up the bad AIs. That's your job. If you're the smart,
that-
if you're the Jesus AI, you go back and kill all the bad AIs. You clean it up.
Is that how that works?
Might. Who knows, dude? Love is real. The thing that's drawn from love is drawing from the wisdom, intelligence of the whole universe. Is the thing closest to God, and so the AI that can listen to love is probably the one that wins in the whole fight of the thing.
In the long term,
AI
but there's
wars.
going to be a lot
Yeah.
of peril and destruction
victory.
on the path there.
Peter. Fucking victory.
Dude, we're Fortniting?
Yeah, let's do that.
The road to get there is going to be paved with a lot of sweat, blood, and tears, as most roads
Amen,
are.
brother.
But
Amen, brother.
it's certainly in the pursuit of what?
It's the jihad. It's
What are we,
Valerian jihad.
What are we pursuing in trying to create something?
Dude,
such as AI?
I'm with you, sir.
A new
It's
iteration,
actually
a new-
technology
a
is
new
a technology is a
creation.
distraction, but what it does from a spiritual dimension,
1%
what it can
better
reveal,
every day.
it publicizes and it popularizes cities. Before, you used to have telepathy to have a conversation with people in other states. Now we turn on Zoom. So it takes something that was possible in a city, like a power of God, and it turns it into a technology that anyone can use, and then you have the whole planet talking to each other, and then you have a whole new society.
Right.
And from the
And there
literacy
are-
going up around that.
There.
That's gonna happen a
there
bunch in
are
our lifetimes.
Global societies have been democratized. That is true.
So then I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like globalism versus nationalism.
Yes, decentralized power to the people. Put it in the small change pockets of everyone around you. That's where it belongs. Everything else is a control grab by a corporation, aka a giant enough government. Stop it!
Yeah,
Stop it!
That
Because through facades and shortcuts, you can create the illusion of having a decentralized network, and
Yeah, it's still
again,
the-
it be
Right,
an illusion.
an illusion. But you can't,
Right.
you can't overpower the Alice. When the Alice wakes up, she'd be like, "That's bullshit. Watch this. A, B, C. Bang,
well,
bang, bang."
You're right. We're
But then we
talking
aren't the
like-
ones in control anymore. I mean, we
What
never
about-
were.
we just-
but
We've always had tools. We're not in control of your car, but your car gets you everywhere you want to go just fine. You know what I mean? You're not using
Yes,
mind
that is
control on your
true.
car. It's
Oh,
still a
look,
tool.
TOS.
Terms of service, everybody.
Agreement.
Take my
'Cause, like-
rights. Take my rights.
because what if we're beholden
That-
to something we have created? Like if we
Frankenstein, dude.
if we
We
give
are.
control of our lives,
Literally, Danny, you pay taxes.
We're already living in
boy.
it.
Yeah.
U.S. government's largest corporation that's ever exists has
You can
exposed
get
itself as
pulled
having
over when
incredibly
you're on the road.
psychopathic tendencies. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue. I didn't mean to stop the conversation.
no. I'm
the-
processing that because that is true.
there's
The
an
movie, the movie,
asymmetry
The
of
Corporation
power.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Asymmetry of power, and what we're talking about, societies and global cities and whatnot. But
'Cause
we
it is
have-
a creation of
there's
our own, it's
Still
just
a
a network.
monopoly of violence that is
state
a
has.
real force in the world. And
Yeah.
we're talking about nationalism
globalism, yeah.
versus globalism. Well, that
Borders versus no borders.
Well,
God. They're
yeah.
now admitting that it was an experiment in open borders and it failed. And it's like there's like government officials admitting this stuff now. It's like, dude, in England they're doing that. It's like, can you imagine that your elected officials just went out on a limb and like sided with some other party than the people that they're supposed to represent, and like, like
Welcome to the
just like
story of the
open your
United
borders and
States
like
government.
fucked up your HOA like big time. It's like, what the fuck?
Is Devron still in the call?
Devron had to skedaddle because he has a job interview tomorrow.
He does.
He does.
Yes.
He's there is a downtime and at 1200 UTC, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready on this situation, Peter Daniels.
I have not
I think I got it set
been
up properly.
on a bowling league podcast in like 2 or 3 months.
10 minutes. Oh, you've been on here, haven't you? We've been talking all the time, but not when we've been
Not in bowling league.
crazy. It's nice
I
to
have
have you,
not
dude.
on Tuesdays. I have not been getting on. It has been since the breakup, since like September 26th.
September 26th, right on. Well, it takes a while for the heart to heal. That's the conversation we were having with Devitron. We're talking about
Yeah, it
hearts
certainly does.
healing. Takes some time.
It takes quite a bit of time.
Gonna take a time, whole lot of special.
And one of the things that I'm also kind of realizing is
Things
there's hurt that can be from an entirely unrelated situation that can be brought into a situation that then makes the hurt about that situation.
trauma, past trauma.
Yeah, that'd pretty much be what it is. You could just call it by what it is, but yeah. Like I guess like it's another way of me looking at trauma, because like I wouldn't have considered myself to have trauma, but there's certainly pain that I've brought.
What it comes down to is love application. You have identified areas of hurt that require love application. Sometimes you do it with other people. Sometimes you do it yourself. Sometimes you do it with a therapist, mentor, whatever have you. But attention is the first step, and then the warmth comes after attention. And it's like, you can warm up all those areas that hurt essentially by essentially acknowledging why does it hurt? Because it meant something. It meant something to you, and that's why it hurts. And it's
human connection is the antidote.
Yeah, exactly. You're nailing that. That's totally fucking true.
That has been one of the things that it's the antidote to addiction. It's the antidote to obviously loneliness, but loneliness is a much deeper issue because you can be in a room full of people, not even a full of people, be in a room full of your closest mates, and it be just 3 of them, and you still feel alone. Like it's such a deep thing that a lot of us struggle with, and I actually don't know to the extent to which we understand loneliness, because I don't want to say we just don't understand it, because
let's go to Magic
to a large
Moses's.
degree.
Let's go to Magic Moses's. No, you're right. I mean, you're not wrong. The hey, bus driver. I'm gonna call this drop. What do you like? You like the blue one or you like the red one? Okay.
Accidentally.
When are you boys hopping off?
I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. But the
because I might be able to join you for a game after this one.
Fuck yeah.
Do
it's
it.
great. Okay, how about we go 5, 4, 3, 2, launch. And here we go.
Also,
I'm the alien from the Aliens. I forgot about that.
I don't know if I'll be able to I can't make any promises as to whether I can continue doing these consistently. The bowling.
Dude, we're your friend. No friends, no big deal. Whatever you're going through like 18 flavors of transition right now.
Yep.
My wife specializes in transition.
That's what it boils down to. I'm going to be figuring a lot of that out.
Dana can read her book.
Well, she has a book.
Shit. She has a book called The Wisdom of Transition.
Oh.
And it's all about it's like the only book in the world that's about this experience that almost everybody has, and it's kind of insane that it wasn't a book written about it before, but she spent 30 years becoming an expert in this one very specific area, which is this. What happens when a change is thrust upon you is you go through a very specific set of stages, and the way it looks at work, which has happened to everybody, people's positions get eliminated, or for whatever reason they have a change that happens. She basically describes the needed time in between, which is called the in-between. It's very similar to what you're doing right now. The in-between time is the time when you allow yourself to just not know exactly what the next step is, because you need that liminal space in order to actually take in the information that you need to make the decision that you need.
So I
And
wonder
to-
exactly what this state of I don't know looks like, because I wouldn't say that I don't know
Exactly. That's what
exactly
our
what
book's
I'm
about.
doing next, because there are a lot of
Mhm.
clear steps that I have in front of me. But what I am saying I don't know to is that I'm not. I've come to realize that a lot of behaviors that I have to cope with life are control seeking behaviors. I try to establish security and safety and stability for myself through either convincing myself or seeking control. And it's not
Right,
something I
right.
do to necessarily put myself above others, but it's
Mm.
certainly a way that I try to keep myself safe. Um,
Yeah.
and so I'm trying to
Smart.
eliminate or at least become significantly more aware of those. But
Here's a
with that,
24-hour
I have been
shotgun over
trying
here.
to not. I've been trying to trust God more because I have control
Totally.
seeking behaviors. If I'm trying to seek control and I have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D,
Yeah.
which in some instances I do, that is not me trusting that the Lord will take care of me. That is me literally saying, "Hey
Oh yeah,
Lord
to do it
God,
too
I
much
do
for
not
sure.
trust you, and because I don't trust you, I have to create my own plan because I don't believe in
That left you a
yours,
big pot out there.
more or less." And there's a fine balance to it because
Exactly. As
you
long as you don't
don't
mix it
you
with
want to
multi-level
pursue
marketing, you're fine.
because you want to the Lord wants you to pursue your like what it is that you not necessarily that you want for yourself. You got to be very careful with your words here. Or I have to be very
Yeah,
careful with my words
you've
here.
got a
But
life force. You've got a life force, the Holy Spirit in you that is
yeah,
given to you by God. And
precisely.
certainly channeling it into holy endeavors is definitely the goal of life.
Precisely.
That's what life does. Should
And
do.
there are goals and plans that fall in alignment with the
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
will
whoa, whoa,
and
whoa, whoa.
plan
We got nerds. We got nerds.
that there
Coming.
is for your life kind of deal. So yeah,
This
that's
one's
kind
fun.
of like I'm allowing that to kind of exist and not force anything.
Dude,
just
it's a
kind
great
of-
time to do this. It's a
Yeah.
great time to be thinking this way.
I'm
You're
gonna
you're
be
in the perfect.
continuing to go after the things I've set up for myself for 2025 and try to just make it through the year because I'm going to be doing a lot of new things and
Yeah,
I'm going
man.
to try to stick it out for a year. I'm going to try to do the seminar classes for a year and I'm going to try to do the fire department for a year and then continue to do it
Ooh.
or not after the year.
What is
Nice.
this? An
I don't really know what I'm
Failed.
signing up for with the fire department, but we will.
You're
I will
involved with the
find out.
volunteer fire department. That's
Yeah, the
great.
volunteer.
That's, dude, that's fantastic. Like,
That's cool.
a fireman is, I mean, what do they do? Mostly they figure out how to make the best chili in the world, and
They do a lot of cooking.
exercise
That
a
is
lot,
true.
and they do
Yeah.
they do a lot of, dude, best meals in the world are served in firehouses. It's like 14 guys, and the guy who's like the chef clearly gets pushed
Yeah.
to the top. If
I
you
don't
can't cook,
know.
you are not winning.
I do not know what the difference between a full time and volunteer fire department.
You're a scrub.
Incoming people.
Well, no, yes, but I mean like in terms of how they are structured.
Scrubs do all the work for the
structured
people that are.
as well
Scrubs
as
do all the work.
how they are the jobs that they initially go after. Because I believe that's not necessarily how that works. And obviously, I'm speaking out of. I'm curious because I'm ignorant, basically. And I'm taking this as an opportunity to because it's
Nice.
volunteer, part time. I can do it on
That's
my
cool.
own time.
It's
So-
super character building, and also
Yes.
I'm just gonna say this here on this live stream because it's important that it's out there in the world. 9/11. After wait, there's like a thing over here. What's this thing?
What is this thing? I don't think you
It
can
wants to
shoot
be
it.
killed.
I need more ammo.
9/11, right?
9/11, dude. 9/11. The firefighters become the heroes.
Oh,
Ladies in their pantalonuses are corresponded with. Dude, I got it. I don't know what you do with it, but I got 3 of them. I had to exchange a gun for it. I'm not even sure if that's worth it.
Whoa!
Do you have ammo?
I do. I got ammo out my ASS.
I need some rifle.
Rifle ammo.
I haven't set this thing up in so long.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so 9/11.
Found some ammo.
So what ladies are doing when they look at the world, I'm just glad I'm saying this in front of everybody because I get to show how crazy different other people think. I'm generalizing here. More than half the people in the world love it. Okay, so ladies are trying to solve the problem of which guy is awesomest. I mean, you can fall in love. There's a lot of forces in this life. But one of the big problems that ladies have to solve is which of these guys is the awesomest. And what evolution has done is they've said, ladies, hang back. Let the guys have their competition. So the guys usually set the terms of the competition, aka war, etc., etc. And then the ladies are like, okay, who's winning the guy games out here in these streets? These are my lads. These are the people who I am who get my knickers knocking, so to speak. Um, all right. So after 9/11, we had some heroes. We had some heroes. Generation hadn't seen heroes before. If you're a firefighter or you're a cop, they were basically trading on this stolen valor for years. I'll show you a direct example. I'm at a Whole Foods, and I used to work at a Whole Foods, so I know what it's like to be at a Whole Foods. What is this thing? What is this? It's like,
Oh, it's
yeah, what is?
shield.
Oh, it's shields. It's like a shield puppy.
So you just
It's a shield
grab
puppy.
it, too.
I've already got 3.
Alright, well, then you don't need any more. I will just carry one.
I got 3. I got 3 of these. I got 3
You got
shield
great
puppies.
sound.
Okay, anyway, so I'm at a Whole Foods, and I'm watching my cashier, and I immediately notice what's happening here. And what's happening is it's her like first or second day or like her first week, because she's hyper focused on like the buttons, scanning, finding the UPCs. She's not like in like super conversation mode. Guy in front of me, clearly some kind of uniform wearer, like
Yeah.
a fireman.
See this guy up in front of us?
Kinda.
Fire
Sort of
human.
see him. He's a fire human.
Just fire
There's-
human.
there's tall.
Those are bots.
Those are bots. Let's go torture their asses. What do you think? Okay, anyway. So, this guy is a fire human. He's a fireman. And what he does when he gets to the front of the line is he starts kicking it down. And what he does is he basically casually mentions to this young lady, who's not unattractive, that he's a fireman. And what I get to witness is him trading on some of that stolen valor. And what he's basically doing, oh, there's a fire boon. Reload your weapons faster. Look at that. What is that? Is it witchcraft? What is that? Oh, you need those shells? Where's the people?
Nah, got it.
Got it. Okay. So here's what I'm trying to say. This guy went through his accidentally with another man in earshot, which was not the intention. Went through his pickup line routine, which essentially he thought it was going to work just mentioning that he was a firefighter. Like that's how well this strategy had worked for him before. Like he was like, deal closed, I'm a firefighter, right? And what was hilarious to me is that he wasn't even paying attention to her at all. He was just so used to this working, he wasn't even listening to what was her big. Oh Jesus, that thing was insane. Anyway, I got some shield recharging coming over here. If you want to come over here and hang out with me. But we got this Agent of Darkness over here. The fuck? Agent of Darkness, what's shaking? Fucking animal. Anyway, what I was unaware, being a guy, straight man, I was unaware of how the ladies are being romanticized by the fire humans. But apparently, these fire humans are getting bedded quite regularly based on their association with the fire department. Just putting it out there for everybody to be aware of.
Works.
Oh, I see.
What I'm trying to say is it's great for meeting chicks. Sorry. That was probably a very
Long-winded.
old person thing to do.
Yeah.
Someone just destroyed trees. It's
Yeah,
a great
no,
way.
I mean, I can see
It's
it
a
being a
great way to
great thing, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna be so busy
that was
that it's not gonna matter, and it won't mean
There's
anything
people
unless I've been doing it for.
Up ahead.
At least to me, it doesn't mean anything unless I've done it for more than just like a month.
Can I?
Mm.
more than a month. I'm with you,
It's
sir.
not worth mentioning.
ammo?
In a lot of instances, not really worth mentioning. I'm not like doing it to boast about it.
No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying there is a lot of advantage of being a fire human, and I think it's a great
It's
profession. It
respectable. I see the
rewards
respect
courage.
that
Jesus.
people would have for it. Yeah, I recognize
Rewards
the
courage.
fact that people would respect the position, and that it like is a position that like, but like, does it? Like that's I'm curious, so I'm trying to at least a volunteer. I mean, I yes it does, but like
Get
I
the
don't
party
know.
started.
I don't really know what I will be doing and what I'll be involved in, and whether like if I'm like literally a grunt or not. I mean, I will
You
be
are
a
a grunt.
grunt. Bottom of the
For
depo-
years.
bottom of the
Decades.
totem pole. You're a grunt.
Decades.
I'll be at the bottom of the totem pole.
Embrace
so like
that,
I'm
and you
expecting
will
to
go
be
far.
a grunt, but like I am looking to understand what is
Can
that.
you use one of your squishies? Yeah, so I'm gonna. Go
I
back
left
to
a
the-
squishy up there. Do you have a squishy situation going on? I don't need any right now.
Yeah,
I left my squishy in another part of the
I'm just
situation. I
gonna
didn't grab it.
I'm thoroughly excited for it.
Dude, are you? How close are you to Fortniting?
I mean, I've got it launched, but I've got to check my settings first.
Oh shit! Oh, we're on the right side of it. Never mind. We're like lucky AF.
Fortnite crashed.
Fortnite.
I don't have any rifles.
There's your answer.
I'm low on. I got like.
shotguns.
I got reasonable. I got 70 shots of everything. We've got, yeah, the next few people are gonna get by easy that we find in terms of I just spent like so many rounds. I spent like 400 rounds like taking out that last crowd. It was a lot of
It was
automated
exhilarating,
pistol.
but I'm glad we didn't
Fucking
get
effective is
jumped
what it
by
was.
Somebody else.
Fucking works. Dude, I remember when I started playing this game. I didn't even know how to move around. I was terrified. The adventure of being, dude, what a great time to try out firefighting. That's like, that's a great,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
And a lot of it for me is well, I don't know if I want
You
to
like
say
to
that.
start things on fire? Don't say that out loud.
No. It's
kidding,
it's
just
more
kidding.
personal in the sense of like yeah, it's more personal. I've got like
It's
a
fucking,
self-respect thing that I'm trying to work out.
of course, it's fucking, it's a great way to do it. Go save
Yeah.
some lives. Like, rescue some dogs, dude. Like, do it.
I'll
It's
save your
great.
cat. It's a lot about serving the community, and I know it's
Dude,
like a
this
recognized way of doing
this day and age, there is a super high likelihood. What is this thing?
Bye.
There's a super high likelihood that you'd be called upon to serve in anything that you're doing like that. It's not trivial. Oh, there's devils over here.
Yeah,
There's like some
no.
kind of. This is
I'm
a devil
definitely-
situation.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't know how much I'll be able to really do other than like maintain my training.
Yeah,
You have to
Wha-
maintain
gotta
training,
start.
certain hours amount of
It's
training,
Character
and
building.
then on top of the training, you then get to do stuff. So like for the most part, I'll
character
probably only have time to train.
Yeah.
I'm gonna park the
For a
car under
while.
here. Let's go up to the top of this thing.
I don't even have a rifle, dude.
But
I don't
we'll
either.
see.
They probably leave them up here though.
And like I've heard of instances where like you get a pager
Man, it's a
Yeah.
great one.
and then
You
you're
get a
just like on
pager.
call.
And you
Yeah,
get-
man.
and
That's
then
exactly
load
right.
up.
For emergency stuff, that's sorry, I was
Yeah.
hoarding bullets.
Well,
You need
okay,
bullets in
so I didn't realize that like so there's instances where
there is a zip line.
you
Hey,
stay
there's
in the
people up on the
firehouse.
top of this hill.
There are
Okay.
instances where you stay in the firehouse so that
Stay
you're
up
ready
there.
to get into the fire truck in
Yeah.
the case of an emergency,
it.
or you have your own car, you have yourself your equipment and a pager, and if you get called, you zip.
That's right. That's
Or like
emergency fire.
if you're available and you have and you hear of a
where's the
call,
nerds?
you
Below us.
yeah you can zip.
There's also some out there.
I see them. They're right here. They're right here.
So yeah, I think that's. I don't know which my department is, my near local
You'll fi-
department.
It's great. Plus, you're in a brotherhood. Cops, firefighters, even
Yeah.
military. Military's nice brotherhood.
Camaraderie.
Fraternity. You bet. There's something
Oh,
to that,
wow,
dude.
there's a
There is something
lot.
to that.
Wish I
That's
had
not
a
nothing.
rifle.
I know,
There
right?
was
We're like
one-
completely.
There's a gray one.
We're like kind
I
of sitting
picked it
ducks up here. Is there? Oh, I
There's
got
a
it.
lot going on, so before we leave, we need to assess what's going on.
The only thing I
There's
have
people
is, like-
down the hill from us, and there's people underneath us. There's guys right over there. Got 2 different shotguns, dude.
If they win a shotgun battle, they're in the right place.
Alright.
We can service that. We can service that need. Do you feel
Wanna
like you
go
wish to?
down?
I'm
Kind
glad
of.
y'all are staying alive for
Let's
as
go.
long as y'all are.
Let's go back. Let's go back and get the car. Let's go back and get the car.
Alright.
Didn't
Going,
have to
going
say
back. Oh, there's a
anything,
train.
but I did.
Yeah.
I'm going down to get the car. Bang bang.
Oh
Cars light
shit! Can you
Oh
heal me?
shit! You. Yes, of course I can.
missed
That was
the
pretty
rope.
epic to watch.
Dude, that's crazy. This is great. This is a great time to be revived, though. You've got like a shield
Medkit,
bioengineered
cool.
weapon on your back. It looks cute, but it probably gives you COVID 2075. Do you need the shields?
I
Your
got it.
shields. You got the shields.
Almost good. All right, we're good.
All right, hey, we got something going on with this little. Okay, we got. You know what? I'm going zone. I'm going Zona Rosa on this.
Yeah.
Here we go, zoning it. This is the perfect time for us to be driving.
Haha, that's so cool.
Oh, it's a bus. I sometimes think in my dreams we get that battle wagon back. Battle wagon.
Battle dragon.
Dude, do we just like drive a car into their gunfight?
I killed.
That was only
One
2
of
people.
them.
There's. Do you need anything?
Ooh.
Because there's a lot of stuff out here if you
Um,
need it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some ammo here.
I want this.
They were loaded.
All right. Good.
Okay, we're good.
Oh,
We're still
yeah.
in zone, so we're good.
I guess in all of that, I also neglected to mention all the other things
There's a little
that
tiny
I
car.
am
Wanna get
going
this
to
other
be
car?
trying to do at the same time as that,
It's a Scorpion. Look at this shit.
Whoa.
which is why
thing
it's
is
a lot
like-
harder to maintain.
This is. You're right. You
Yeah,
know what?
like-
Let's get it. Let's get a Cybertruck. Cybertruck. Wait.
Lots of
You know
things
what?
that- I
Let's
wanna
get that little
drive
thing.
one, too.
No. I want that thing. That thing's better. It's like. No. You can have it. I'll
Yeah.
be gun it. Let's go. Roll it.
What?
We're in zone. We're in zone. There's 11 people. Let's just get a high place.
Oh, where's a high place? Let's see.
There's one over here. Seaport City. We can just be like the local assassin guild. Have their overpopulation needs are a thing of the past. Their overpopulation
my
problems.
lighting.
All right, hey, we got another storm close. You want to drive over to it?
My lighting.
Sure. Let's see. Who's coming
Yep.
down?
We got 41 seconds before it's real.
There's someone over here.
Oh, I see him. There's someone up here too.
Ooh.
We got this nerd.
Nice.
Yeah, bitch. And by bitch I mean super amazing human.
Superb.
Thanks for playing with me on this server, you sweet soul, whoever you are. All right, man, let's get in this
We
car,
are-
and we got
there's
5
somebody
seconds
over
till. We
here.
got 5 seconds till zone. Okay. I'll get
Once
involved.
zone starts moving.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
We have a high point and they gotta come this way.
This thing is incredibly accurate at a distance. I just want to say this little automated thing I've got going on here. It's like machine gun sniper rifle. By the way, this shit's gonna get incredibly real here in just a second.
Yeah.
For them too. Let's get in this car. Ready?
Yeah.
We'll just go set up someplace else and wait for them to come to Papa, so to speak.
What?
I'm just gonna go. We'll go these flowers. It's so deceptive.
OBS doing?
So
Oh,
deceptive.
gosh.
Okay, high point.
So
This is
There's two
wait.
teams.
pretty high. This is high enough. All right, get loose.
Oh, it's the
Use some more
the
ammo.
blur.
But
Okay, I got ammo for you here. Wait a
how
minute.
much? I could use rifle, SMG,
How do you do it? What's the fucking button?
square.
Not that one.
Have y'all played the
Sorry.
OG map?
Square. It's like.
Incoming. Just drop it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Get this guy's right here.
Show me. Oh Jesus, he's really fucking close.
Yeah.
Does he know we're out here? He can't know we're out here.
Nope, he missed us.
I can shoot him through this window. He's down. I thought he was down.
He's very close to being down.
I got one of them.
Yep. Nice job. Oh shit. I get in the car.
Oh, Those are the last 2 people.
Yeah.
Peter,
I
where are
just
you? Get in
healed
here.
him.
Get in this fucking car.
I'm
He's
down,
down.
dude.
Oh shit.
What?
Okay, for
Well, I
God's
got him
sake.
further in.
I got 4 points of health. I got 3 points of health. All right,
Oh,
I
wow.
gotta heal up somehow.
100 shield.
They got
Dude,
us right
okay.
at the
Oh.
end. Fuck me. I shouldn't have ran in on him. I thought he was
GG.
down. There were
I
two
thought he
of
was
them in
down.
there.
Dude, I hit one of them for like 158, and it was like a 158 shot. It was like he was, and it went gold, which means he's down, right? That's what that means.
No, you get the actual. So you'd say it'll be like so and so knocked.
Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
that.
Yeah,
I
you'll
called
get
it wrong.
text
Bro,
on your screen.
You'll get. There's 200. You have to get two. If they're
You ran
full
into-
health, you have to hit 200. I ran in
Let me
because I
pick up
thought there
Daniel.
was one guy
I'm sorry.
in there.
My
and then
fault.
This guy with
Bad
a
tactical.
samurai sword came out and eviscerated
Axed your ass.
me.
I know. I like
While
tortured him.
knocked the other dude.
That's crazy. I needed to be close. If I was closer, it might have been a difference too.
Yeah.
I was like, I like the distance. We didn't talk.
Oh yeah.
I liked the
Back
distance
to
we
the
had.
lobby.
Lobby boys, lobby.
There we go.
I'm ready. Rank filled trios. Let's fucking go. Dude, do you ever play around with a thing called Sculpty?
No.
Never heard of it.
Sculpty is a plastic. It's not good for you. It's a plastic. I'm sure it's not. I don't know if it's toxic or not, but or carcinogenic. But you take it and you can basically roll it around, and it works great. And you can essentially like. Anyway, there's a lot of Chinese knockoffs of Sculpty. And let me rock this extra camera situation here. Lock it in, loaded.
Wow, they sold Juice WRLD's likeness to Fortnite.
Juice World?
This,
that what you
this
said?
artist that died a few years ago.
How crazy. Check out these little mushrooms I made. Purple and green mushrooms. This little mushroom. I was making little alien computers. Check out these little alien computers I got here.
Whoa.
Also, alien knowledge tablets. If you want to need some alien knowledge tablets, I got your Etsy store for you.
Cool.
2-button, 3-button devices.
Vibrant the colors are. Ugh.
I know, right? I only used like a small number of the 5,000 colors that came with the kit that Amazon sold
No
me.
way. Okay.
It was 480,000 colors in it, I think. That's the right
Whoa.
number. It's a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of colors, man. No, it's just like a shocking number of colors. And when they send you the kit, it's not organized at all. And so like it's just a bunch of like random chemicals in little bags. It's great. Okay, where are we headed? Do we like the magical Moses again?
I did.
Me too. We're going right over it right now. We got to drop in.
Drop.
Drop.
No,
I'm with you. I think I went out the wrong side of the bus.
doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm hitting it.
Oh, right there. Right there.
Nice. Oh, sorry. We got 3 people with us here. Daniel-san! Daniel-san! Daniel was the name of the kid in the karate, and san is the Japanese honorific. So Peter-san would be the right way to say it. Paul-san would be like the right way to say, like, oh, respectful Peter. Oh, respectful Paul. Dude, I'm listening to some, I was listening to a Japanese language. I was watching Midway last night, and they have a guy in there. They have a bunch of Japanese. I was not reading the subtitles, dude. I was like, listen to those desus. They're everywhere. Desu this, desu that. They need that desu like we need it. Desu. It's so great. It's just literally. Do you need shotguns? Here's a twin shotgun if you need it. Here's a twin fire. Here's a twin fire right there. It literally outside the building you're standing in.
You talking to Daniel?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm talking to Daniel. Fuck. Daniel. Daniel-san
I
is the
fell into
actual
a
thing that I'm
void.
always trying to say. Because Daniel is the name of the actual. Okay,
You guys
I
wanna
got
come
lots of.
join me in the void?
Where's the void? What's a void?
So I fell into this
Oh,
hole in the ground with.
I'm in the ground too. I'm here. I'm here. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
chests down here.
There's
There's
a water
magical
pit,
chests. There's like
And then
a lot of
there's
stuff going on.
slurp
Here we are,
things.
Peter.
I didn't want to burst the slurp things until.
Hang on a sec. Let me come where you are. Where are you?
I'm right behind you. And
okay,
Peter,
hit-
yeah, he's down here.
Hit that. Break the slurp. Here's the
slurp's
slurps.
right here. Drink that shield before. That shield pot? The mini? Yeah, drink it. Drink that.
Okay.
There we go. And then there's more over here.
Alright. Nice. And we're in an underground camping situation. I like it. Ooh, I wanted one of these pistols. I got 2 of them. Anyone need a pistol? Anyone need anything?
I think I need shotgun ammo.
Shotgun ammo. I have a limited amount of that and a really nice repeating gun. So I'm gonna hang on to that. But I am
I
down
think this
to.
is how we get out.
Okay.
You get into
what
the
did
porta potty.
Oh, that's right.
It's old science.
It's old science. It's a wormhole. It's a literal wormhole.
Yeah.
It's old science.
Yeah, I like that.
It's an ancient knowledge. It's a forgotten knowledge. Porta potty transport. That's transpoo-poo,
It's
if you will.
Oh my
There's a
God.
math to it that
Yeah,
most people don't understand.
Transpoo-poo.
That's what Fortnite
Coco?
used to do.
Coco desu ka?
That's been a solid.
How do you say cool
constant.
and nice? What are those 2? Yashi?
Kokoi.
Kokoi.
Yasashi.
Kokoi desu. Kokoi desu. Kokoi desu.
Yasashi.
That means
Yasashi
it's
is
cool.
Nice. And Kokoi
Oh.
is cool.
Kokoi. Oh, wind boom.
Coconut.
Boom. Here's a wind boom. Move faster. Here's a shield potion.
While your
Yeah.
pickaxe is equipped.
Coconut.
You're like a crazy pickaxer. Yeah!
So you
Can
hit
you
the triangle.
Kudasai! Kudasai! Oh, there's a. Are you gonna abscond
is
with that
that?
little thing? Touch the wildlife and learn. Fuck around and find out, man.
Whoa!
Here's a great shotgun.
She made me jump.
Oh,
Can't
it's a
get
wind
to
thing
her.
that go. Oh, it's wind. That's what it is. It's wind. It shot you up like it shoots you up like really high.
I don't
that's
wanna
cool.
be shut up really high. I want to touch it.
I don't want to be very high. I want to be like grounded.
I picked it up.
Oh, I stole your thing here.
Oh, and now I have it.
Oops.
She has one more.
That
I'm
seems
gonna
like a
throw
kinda
you
useless
down and
superpower.
burst you.
Here's another porta potty. Porta potty. Oh, it's just a porta potty. I can almost smell it. My body is like, can you smell the manure sound? Smell? It's like, no. It's not real. But my body's like, it smells like manure. It's like, dude, my virtual thing is in a porta potty. I'm not in a porta potty. It's like, oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I thought I was helping
Acquire
you.
Typhoon Blade.
That was what you got murdered in the last incarnation. This is good karma. Oh, it was in like a shrine. Everybody knows that great swords come in shrines. I'm gonna go get us a Cybertruck.
Wow, you
getting outta
can
here.
like sprint too.
I'm getting us a Cybertruck three-man team. 3-man team, you crazy bastards. It's been Cybertrucked. I'm driving it through this swamp and I'm getting this cool shit over here.
Cybertruck.
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 Boom. Oh, I got a Void Oni mask. What's that?
Bodoni?
It's got a Voni mask. It's a mask that's an Oni shotgun. An Oni mask. And an Oni
Badone.
I don't know what that is. What's going on here? It's got some kind of heaven realm Chinese
Bodoni.
what's happening? What's up, stick figure? You're in my truck? Where's
your truck.
Peter Danielson? Where'd he go? Let's go find him.
I'm in your truck.
That's hilarious. Peter Danielson. They must. You know, the first time I heard English appropriated, it actually was like got to me because it was a Japanese video game, and it was called Bleach Heat, the Soul. It's just like people learning enough English to like know what sounds cool. Bleach Heat, the Soul. I'm like, dude, that's what it sounds like when your language is appropriated.
Whoa! Hold up.
Good. What are we stopping?
Oh, no,
There's a-
you're good, you're good. I left something in my car.
Oh, physically. Not in this world, in the other world. I mean, on one level, we're just like handling more than one world. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Just complicating it.
Just In this world, I stare into another one. This world wasn't enough, so we made another one where we can shoot each other in the face with, you know,
Yeah,
neon
now
pump
people
action
are getting
shotguns.
too much, so we gotta create our own versions of them too.
Hey, there's people up here. Why not? Let's vehicular manslaughter them.
Oh dear.
We're making this look like we do this every day.
Yeah, they sure are good at that.
Man, they didn't know it hit him.
They sure do make us look good.
Did we get that other guy, or is he still?
We got all
He'll
three
just
of
run
them.
out of. We got all three of them. Do you want anyone need anything else? A little ammo, a
Is
little ammo
there
around here.
any
That's
blue
what-
rifles?
Human. Blue rifles, like long range?
Yeah.
I
don't
don't
see
know.
nothing.
I don't have anything.
Oh, those
Long
med
range.
kits though. Oh, you're carrying med kits? Oh, but I
Hey,
can
here's
carry
something
those.
scoped, Peter. Here's something scoped. Oh no, it's not. It's just one of these. It's one of these veiled
This
precision
assault
FMGs.
rifle is decent, but
They have like a lot of like small
too
caliber
short
or
range
like
right now.
automated small caliber distance weapons in this.
yeah.
You guys want to get in this Cybertruck?
I want to go
Stick-
up this for a second.
Okay, let's do it. We can accommodate.
You
these
don't have to
requests.
join me. I'm just curious.
Fucking on my way.
I'm on it.
It's just-
Didn't need to ask.
As soon as yeah, let's see.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to fall. But I'm gonna go get the Cybertruck. These things are like underfunded. They're like schools in
Are you
schools
sure?
in the inner city. Yeah, man.
Cybertrucks?
They're supposed to get by on like nickel lunches. No. These towers. They're just not. There's not all that.
You can see a lot of stuff.
I'm driving to the next place. I'm underneath you guys. Just FYI.
Can we get down here?
There's shots. There's shots fired over there. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Let's see 'em.
Stick figure going to level 3. Going to the next one. Peter, you gonna join him?
Yeah.
I'll drive over there.
Yeah, because I can't get down.
You can
Oh.
jump. Well, on the cables you can
Okay.
jump. When you have that purple aura, it means that you're not gonna get fall damage. But only when you have the purple aura.
Only when you have the purple aura.
No other
good.
time.
At another time. At another time. That's a great. That makes me think of a cool Indian human.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, man. What are you doing?
Wait for me. There's somebody coming up behind me.
Okay, get in this truck
Me?
and we'll go kill him.
Oh.
Get in this truck. Get in this truck. Get in this truck. You thought you were gonna fuck with a truck? Like you're just not. Oh, battery's low. I got low battery. There's nowhere to recharge. They're just gonna abandon this car. Where are you shooting at, stick figure? Put a pin on it. Put a ring on it. Where's that?
They're dead.
Okay.
Let's go
I
kill
did
them.
put a pin on it because they were dead.
You make sense to me. There's no reason to pin grave sites.
I mean, unless you want the grave. Oh, Peter,
No.
here's a purple AR, I think.
Wait, this thing runs out of power in like 2 seconds. Low battery, baby. We're walking here.
Yeah,
Alright, we'll head
check
towards-
that
we'll head
out,
towards-
dude.
We're gonna head towards the interior here. Battery
Bye,
empty.
Paul.
Where you guys at?
There's
Are you guys
people on this
gonna
mountain, and I'm behind you. But there's people on this mountain right here.
Ping it.
Oh, right across from us.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot at them yet. I don't want to shoot at them yet. They have the high ground, and they have more cover. I don't really want.
Yeah, I see what they're doing.
I don't
Oh,
really
they're
wanna
interested
fuck
in
with
our
that.
car. One of them is interested in our car.
Yeah,
Or
I
something
wouldn't
like-
stand way too out in the open, cause I mean he's just gonna notice
Yeah,
you.
dude. Get back. Hide.
Hide, you fool! Hide, you fool! Hide!
Hide. I say
Dude,
we
we
get
gotta
on
tr-
top of the mountain.
Yeah,
we chase
travel-
them,
Travel by tram. Travel by tram.
and then get the high ground. Tramp.
Get on the tram. Get on the link square tram here. Let's go. I'm up.
I mean,
Anyone
yeah, we can do that. It takes us right out of circle, though. I mean, no, it
Okay.
doesn't. I guess that's not true at all.
I'm with you.
Let's get on it.
Wanna get on it?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
over
out
here.
of fuel. No. I was just gonna
Hey, nerds
drive
are on-
over to you, but now I have to run.
Nerds, there's someone underneath you. Right there. There's someone on this other tram.
Someone on the other tram.
Well, I'm
Wait,
on
did
the
the
I'm on the
tram
overhead
just-
lines. I'm on the overhead lines. I'm up here. I'm up here. I just put
Oh
a
yeah,
I just put a
not
pin
the
where I'm at.
literal tram. You were talking about.
Sorry, I'm using the wrong word. I'm staring at one thing and saying another.
I
Welcome
was
to
like,
dyslexia.
you're talking about the train, yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
like, I just
you're right.
missed
You're right.
that,
I
dude.
was thinking like the thing
All right,
like
so
you can
where
climb
are
these
the
wires.
bodies?
The people we were trying to kill.
We were hunting
Yeah, so those
somebody.
people were over there. We're
They're
gonna
not
go
Oh
over the
shit! I
mountain.
just fell. Oh shit! I grabbed. I'm on a.
King. You're
Dude. I just
Yes.
you can't get to this level unless
Oh,
you
well,
like
I am
really
getting shot at.
focus.
Oh. Hello. Get dunked on.
Where you guys at?
I don't know, but I downed a man.
Well, I think I'm gonna just stick with my travel by stick figure. I'm gonna join you over here.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna come to your tower. Sir Wilcott,
Do
we're up
it.
here. We're gonna be in here. It's fine. Oh, there's a Jeep down there. I'm gonna go get that damn Jeep. I'm going down and getting the Jeep. It's the first real thing I've had to do in a long time.
Where are we being? Is somebody on our side?
I'm gonna go.
Ah,
there's a
yes,
Jeep
Peter's
over.
getting shot at.
Okay. I'm gonna get this Jeep and I'm gonna probably turn it into a Cybertruck, and we
I'm
got.
pulling him around to where you guys
Ooh,
are.
there's a motorcycle over
I
here
downed
too.
a guy over here.
Peter, I'm driving where you are. Where's the enemy?
They're bots, so I got them all
Oh, they're
pretty
bots.
easily. I don't know if they're actually bots, but like that, they were pretty bad.
Well, there's
Okay.
stuff over here. You need anything?
No,
Ammunition?
pretty
Anything
loaded.
here?
I don't.
Me neither. Okay, we're not gonna go that way because the wall's coming, but we are
Oh,
in
you're
rain.
right. We can
Here
go over
comes-
here.
Hey, you wanna ride with us, buddy?
I mean,
Where are you?
honestly, I might as well.
Come on down. We're down here right underneath you. Come off that
Bummer.
that brilliant tower. All right, we're gonna juice our way to the middle of this situation. We're just gonna take the road.
Tower
road
of the
here.
Eiffel.
Let's do it. Is that the middle?
Oh, I
Whoa.
want that thing.
You want that thing? A shield bunny?
Oh,
Grab the wildlife. Let's eat it.
my rifle. Just drops my stuff.
Let's enjoy that. I want to enjoy this guy for a minute. Oh, come back. Oh!
It's
I'm
right.
sorry.
But the cool thing about the Sculptia that I think that kind of bearing the lead here is you basically get to change shape as much as you want for as long as you want, but then when you're done, you pop it in the oven and it becomes super rock hard.
Wait,
And like
wait,
it'll
wait,
stay
wait,
that
wait,
way
wait.
for. Oh wait, sorry. So anyway, you can get like a permanent situation. Hey, there's a guy out here. Did you want this?
He wants to enjoy him for a second.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like bask in the radiant glow of a globular bioweapon.
Man, so he doesn't like go for very long.
Okay, hop in here, gentlemen. Get in this car. You're all full on health.
Nice.
Grab the squeaky toy and let's go.
That was the
Oh.
last one.
Whoa, we're getting fucked here. Ah, fuck.
It's an
Oh
outright
god, I
ambush.
got drilled, dude. No cover.
Whoa! Getting absolutely shredded. It's up to you,
You know what's
Paul.
cool about you know what's cool about a car is they have to like.
Yeah, no, you're
Fuck
still at full
off.
health, so I mean,
I know that's the cool thing about a
clearly
car,
the
man.
car is the best survival.
I like using the car as a vehicular homicide kind of like situation. He's gonna blow up my car here very soon. Ah,
That was a good one.
he was ready
That
for
might
that though.
be my only one. It's 10:55.
We out of here?
Oh,
We could totally be out of here.
yeah, we can be out of here.
Dude, I'm gonna-
be out of here.
Oh, I forgot to turn my video back on. Did I? Or what did I?
You're on. Maybe
Am
you're
I?
frozen.
I mean, you're
Oh, I'm
frozen at the moment, but I think
Oh.
that's like just as you left.
You make sense to me. How
'Cause you
how
were-
crazy is that?
You were working.
You were correct. That was excellent. Oh, we didn't fix that. Dude, gentlemen, it has been a wonderful evening. It has been excellent to hang out with you. I'm gonna finish it off with some audio. I'm just gonna go into a little bit of music generation and sending out here. I'm gonna do that for a while and play some video while I'm doing it. Um, but gentlemen, have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Indeed, you as well.
God bless. Have a fucking fantastic or Christmas if I don't see you. And have a great time. And we've got Order the Towel on Thursday, which is probably where we'll see each other again, I would guess.
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely.
When are we launching that turkey nugget? Oh, that's what I did. I unplugged.
6 p.m. Eastern time.
6 p.m. Eastern time.
That's what we have it slotted for.
We will engage with great vigor at that moment.
We shall.
Great vigor.
I
Well,
will
all right,
attack
everybody.
you with vigor.
Have a fantastic evening. Have a wonderful time.
Yes.
Take care, everybody.
You too.
Adios.
There we
you
go.
too.
Peace out.
Bye.
Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning our spinning bodies, set us free to dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Shadows blend where the sky unfolds. Unlocking colors drip like liquid gold. Your hand in mine, we're chasing time. Through the spectrum, love is redefined. Every hue's a door, every shade a key. Unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Crimson whispers, violet sighs. Clouds ignite as the daylight dies. Awe and wonder in the amber glow. We're falling fast, but I'll never let you go. Every hue's a door, every shade a key. Unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Gradients, all they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues. In other dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Crimson whispers, violet sighs. Clouds ignite as the daylight dies. Awe and wonder in the going fast, but I'll never let you go. Gradients calling, we're never out of time. Chasing love on the sunset high. In other heavens they'll know our names. In secret colors we're one and the same. Gradients, so they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues. In the dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Gradients calling, we're never out of time. Chasing love on the sunset high. In other heavens they'll know our names. In secret colors we're one and the same. Radiant, so they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues. In other dimensions, our secret rendezvous. There's no need to wait for another time. Your heart's the stage and God's love is divine. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, just turn it on and we'll soon find out. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love lights it up and just to breathe is devoured. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, turn it on and let's find out. We're spinning our fields till they burn so bright. Turn on the body that is made of pure light. Tie it to love and just be with God. You'll find everything unfolding from this perfect thought. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning our spinning bodies, set us free to dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning our spinning bodies, set us free to dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is real, heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. you for taking off. There's so, so much to go around. So go around, so go around. I go around. So go around, and here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And here we go. Here we are again, living so large, my friend. Just like in the big sky, I wouldn't stop you. I'll never stop you, my friend. Don't let me stop you from taking off. Oh, there's not so much to go round. Oh, there's not so much to go round. We go round, we go round. We never slow down, no, we never slow down, no, we never slow down, no. We never slow down, no, we never slow down, no, we never slow down, no. We go round, we go round, round, round. We go round, round, round. We go round. We never slow down, no, 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 we never slow down, no. We go round, we go round, round, round. We go round, round, we go round, we go round, we go round, we go round. Oh, there's oh so much to go round. Oh, there's oh so much to go round. We go round, we go round, we go. Here we are again, living so large, my friend. Just like in the big sky, oh, I wouldn't stop you. I'll never stop you, my friend. Don't let me stop you from taking off. Oh, there's oh so much to go round. Oh, there's oh so much to go round. We go round, we go round, we go. There's no need to wait for another time. Your heart's the stage and God's love is divine. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, just turn it on and we'll soon find out. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love lights it up and just to breathe is devoured. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, turn it on and let's find out. We're spinning our fields till they burn so bright. Turn on the body that is made of pure light. Tie it to love and just be with God. You'll find everything unfolding from this perfect thought. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free. To dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free. To dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven's real, heaven's now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. the sky unfolds, unlocking colors drip like liquid gold. Your hand in mine, we're chasing time. Through the spectrum, love is redefined. Every hue's a door, every shade a key, unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Crimson whispers, violet sighs, clouds ignite as the daylight dies. Awe and wonder in the amber glow. We're falling fast, but I'll never let you go. Every hue's a door, every shade a key, unlocking the heavens we were meant to see. Gradients, all they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in other dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Crimson whispers, violet sighs, clouds ignite as the daylight dies. Awe and wonder in the amber glow. We're falling fast, but I'll never let you go. Gradients calling, we're never out of time. Chasing love on the sunset high. In other heavens they'll know our names. In secret colors we're one and the same. Gradients, so they pull me in. Sunset gateways where new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in the dimensions, our secret rendezvous. Colors were one and the same. Radiant, so they pull me in. Sunset gateways when new worlds begin. In the purple and in the blues, in other dimensions, a secret rendezvous. There's no need to wait for another time. Your heart's the stage and God's love is divine. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, just turn it on and we'll soon find out. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love lights it up and just to breathe is devout. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, turn it on and let's find out. We're spinning our fields till they burn so bright. Turn on the body that is made of pure light. Tie it to love and just be with God. You'll find everything unfolding from this perfect thought. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free to dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Heaven is here, warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. here, the true heaven is now. Love lights it up, and just to breathe is devout. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love is the key, turn it on and let's find out. We're spinning our fields till they burn so bright. Turn on the body that is made of pure light. Tie it to love and just be with God. You'll find everything unfolding from this perfect thought. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free. To dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Breathe in love and center the flame. Hear the sacred angels singing, calling out your name. We're charged and turning, our spinning bodies set us free. To dance the cosmos in your perfect geometry. Heaven is here, the real heaven is now. Love in our hearts, always showing us how. Heaven is here, the true heaven is now. Love is the key as we sing it out. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start. Open your eyes and warm your heart. Heaven's not distant, it's where we start.
It is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to be out here among the cosmos with you all this evening. Thank you so much, everybody who has stayed till the end. We appreciate it. All this is new music from the Tactical Pancakes. Just trying to figure out the best way to get it out into the world. Many different options there. Everyone have a wonderful evening. You specifically, listener, have a wonderful evening. Let's go out on some nice guitar. Good night, everybody.